breaks one tackle, brings in another tackle, and he could go.
Oh, for the wide open touchdown.
He's got the first down.
Unbelievable.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the south side of Chicago. We're on the campus of Brother Rice High School, Joe Johnston Field, where a capacity crowd of better than 8,000 will be on hand for this Class 8A semifinal matchup between the number 2 seeded Brother Rice Crusaders and the number 3 seed and defending state champs, the Lockport Porters, the first ever meeting between the two schools. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to our Comcast Playoff Game of the Week alongside my partner, Kenny McReynolds. Mark Kruger, delighted to have you with us, our final broadcast of this football season. And Kenny, what a matchup here between Brother Rice and Lockport. Lockport knocking off Wheaton Warrenville South last week, 27-14. Meanwhile, the Brother Rice Crusaders also a come-from-behind win, 24-21. And Kenny, we talk about these Lockport Porters, defending state champs. They look just as good as ever than last year.
Well, and they know what it takes to be a state champion. They've been here. They are the defending state champion, and boy, can they put up the numbers in a hurry.
They sure can. We talk about these Brother Rice Crusaders and their mainstay defense, allowing only 8 points per game defensively.
Well, we did the game last week. We saw they shut down Hinsdale the entire second half. They didn't score a point on Brother Rice, so we know this is a good defensive ball club.
We talk about these Porters of Lockport, 10-2 overall, and Coach Coy. And, you lose an all-stater in Steve Walker, but I tell you, Jake Christensen, the junior quarterback, it's no drop-off when you come to him.
Well, no, he's the best quarterback in the state. He's thrown for over 3,000 yards. Of course, he knows what it takes to be a quarterback. His dad was an NFL quarterback. If you like passing, you like a strong arm, sit back and relax because Christensen can really put him up.
And he's got a group of receivers as well, 5 or 6 deep, and George Cadlick, his favorite target.
Well, I call him the good hands people, and George is good hands. This young man has 47 receptions for over 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's the leader of the good hands people.
And as for the Crusaders of Brother Rice, well, they got a pretty good quarterback themselves in Dan Nicholson.
Well, we saw Dan Nicholson last Saturday night. We saw the way he engineered that second half comeback. He can run, he can throw, he's a good quarterback, and I tell you what, he is the straw that stirs the drink.
You touch about that second half comeback last week. Pat Harrigan defensively was a key to that second half comeback as well.
Well, Brother Rice is not here tonight without Pat. Pat had those 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter. He has a knack for being around the ball. He's going to be a crucial role tonight in this game. And Brother Rice, they're coming out in the orange tops, not the maroon. They're going to be out in the orange tonight.
What a semifinal matchup we've got in store for you. Brother Rice, Lockport. We'll have the opening kickoff. We'll hear from our sideline reporter, Tom Bonnin, as well. It's all coming up in just a moment.
You're watching the Comcast Network. Turn to us first.
Are you looking for the ultimate in high school sports? Then get in on the game with Sports Weekly. Join Dave Wills and Perry Williams each week for scores and highlights from all over Chicagoland. Sports Weekly gets you up close to the top players and the hottest teams in prep sports. If you want action, then get in on the game with Sports Weekly. Every Thursday night at 6:30 here on the Comcast Network. Turn to us first.
And the winner of this year's spelling bee for correctly spelling the word obnoxious, Phyllis Strackley. We got a winner! C-H-U-M-P-S. What's that spell? Who's your mama now, baby?
Welcome back to Brother Rice. I'm Southside Tommy Bonnin, and you can cut the tension with a knife out here at Brother Rice Stadium. If you can't get the adrenaline out of this crowd, then you're going to get it from the players. What a great night for football, and we promise to bring you some excitement that will end all ends. These are legendary games, the semifinals of the state. 2 years ago, we did the shootout at the zoo with Riverside Brookfield and Joliet Catholic. Last year, we did the Hinsdale Central and these same Lockport Porters. They came from 2 touchdowns to a game of victory and move on to the state finals and a championship. Tonight is Brother Rice Crusaders and the Porters from Lockport. Boy, I'm telling you, if you can't get excited about prep football tonight, then turn the channel and find something else to do. But this is a night to remember. This is a night for football legends. Up to you guys.
All right, Tom Bonnet, thank you very much.
You think Tom's excited?
Oh, man. It never gets old, though, Kenny, does it?
It
Steve
never
Nye,
does.
there you take a look at the head coach for Brother Rice. I'll tell you what a job he has done his 5th year as head coach of Brother Rice. The Lockport Porters have won the toss. They will receive. They're wearing their traveling white jerseys with the maroon helmets. As you take a look at some of the overflow crowd, they're guesstimating close to 9,000 on hand here tonight.
And this is really something different because Brother Rice, they are on the field ready to kick off. Lockport just came from out of the end zone as a team. So I don't know if they're making Brother Rice just stand around, trying to make some kind of a statement. But Brother Rice, they're sitting there ready to go. And Lockport say, you're going to wait for us. So, you don't know. Maybe a little message being delivered right now.
Subtle message.
Yeah, we'll play when we're ready to play.
So teeing it up for the Brother Rice Crusaders will be Dave O'Keefe. The Crusaders in their home burnt orange jerseys, the white numbers, white pants, and they've got maroon helmets as well.
Boy, you see a lot of people here tonight. I like the south end zone. They just took the fence down. They put up a little stationary fence, and people just knock it down. Say, hey, we need to see.
Kenny, it's a beautiful night. It drizzled just ever so slightly about 15 minutes ago, but that seems to have passed. Not much wind to speak of. There you take a look at the Lockport crowd. Kenny, they were waiting at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the 7 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah, when I got here about 4:45, there were just a ton of people from Lockport, and I'm just so happy that this game took place here tonight. We can talk about that later.
Adam Lave and Dan Brady are back deep for the defending state champs. The left-footed kicker O'Keefe sends it deep. And this will be Lave from his own 3. Across the 10, 15, 20. Breaks a couple tackles and spins to the 27-yard line. And that's where this potent offensive attack will take over. Take a look at the Porter offense, averaging almost 33 points per game, led by Jake Christensen. That offensive line, Kenny, are all first-year starters, but they have done a nice job this season for Coach Brett Coy.
I tell you, what a job. First-year players, the entire offensive line. And the offensive line, those are the guys that do all the dirty work, but they've done a great job.
And for this type of offense, you need to get good pass protection, and that's what Christensen has had all season long. Out of the gun, Christensen, the left-hander, and out of the flat to the far side. The pass is complete, but no gain barely is Adam DeCare, the 5'11 senior, with the reception. Take a look at the Brother Rice defense. Up front, Manthai, O'Connor, and Pepper. Good linebacking core. McGrail, Serial, Hayden, Nelson. The corners, Ryan and Ebel, and the safeties, Gibson and Pat Harrigan. Harrigan, as you mentioned, Kenny, with the 2 picks last week in the 4th quarter against Hinsdale Central.
Yeah, we're not here if it's not for Harrigan last week.
2nd and 10. Cadlick goes in motion. Christensen on 2nd and 10. Deep across the middle. DeCare. Across midfield to the 49 of Brother Rice. First down, but DeCare stays down.
Yeah, DeCare stays down. Here it is again. Look at the time right here. You go across the middle, you know you're going to get a hit. DeCare with the catch. And oh, what a nice pop. Put right there. Oh, DeCare was really, really crushed.
26 receptions for DeCare coming into this game. He's already got 2. Christensen 2 for 2 in Brother Rice territory. Your officials tonight, the referee Greg Buckner, the umpire is Tom Buckner, linesman Steve Faco, the line judge Bill Burns, and the back judge is Cal Tyson.
What a pop.
The winner will take on Maine South, the Hawks, with a 56-30 victory this afternoon over the Lake Park Lancers. Christensen under center now. The slant pattern to Cadlick is incomplete. Pat Harrigan was there on the coverage for the Crusaders.
Our man Pat Harrigan, once again. Pat Harrigan, we talked about him in the open, has a knack for being around the ball. And you notice the way he just put his hand in. Here it is again. Great timing, great block. But watch Harrigan right there with the right hand.
So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 situation here for the Porters. Lockport, we touched on their explosive offense, averaging 352 yards of offense per game, 260 of those out of the air. Again, it's Christensen out of the gun. This time the draw, and maybe to the 48-yard line goes Dan Brady.
But what they had to do, you have to break it up. You have to mix it up. You just can't hand it off all the time. Mike Pepper's right there to stop Brady. But you're going to have to mix it up. As well as Christensen can throw the ball, you have to establish a running game to make the passing game effective.
Brady last week, Kenny, 18 carries for over 100 yards in their win over the Tigers of Wheaton Warrenville South. 3rd and 9 now for Christensen. Out of the gun. Christensen looking right, goes deep, and it's overthrown. Eric Rago, the intended receiver, 4th down, and the Porters will punt it away.
I'll say one thing about the offensive line. Although that pass was a little overthrown, but look at the offensive line. Look at the time that he gets. He steps right into the pocket and throws off that foot. A beautiful, beautiful job of protecting the pass.
So Christensen will step back and punt it away. Back for Brother Rice is Joe Gibson, and he stands back at his own 10. Decent punt. Gibson will let it bounce, and it's a loose ball, and it looks like Lockport has it at the 2.
Don't touch it.
Gibson did touch it. It's a loose ball, and Lockport is in business.
Oh, baby, don't touch it. Rob Weber picks up the ball. Here it is again, a beautiful punt. Now, you let it roll into the end zone. Don't touch it. Gibson touches it right there at the 2 and is recovered by Lockport.
So a golden opportunity for Coach Cloy and the Porters to get on the board first here. 1st and goal just outside the 1. 46-yard punt and a touchdown. Lockport. Christensen on the quarterback keeper, and the Porters take advantage of the turnover for Brother Rice.
Again, what a job of blocking by the offensive line. If you notice, Christensen wasn't touched. You could have driven a car through that hole. He just walked through untouched.
And now in for the extra point attempt, Matt Ludwig. Ludwig, who, by the way, is perfect in field goal attempts this season, 12 for 12. He's got a strong leg. He's had 2 field goals last week in that victory over Wheaton Warrenville South.
And the rain and wind have come back. He's kicking into the wind now, with the wind behind him, I'm sorry.
And it's perfect. So it's 7-0 in favor of Lockport. 9:51 to go here in this first quarter. And an ominous start here for the Brother Rice Crusaders.
Well, I don't know what that means, but it's kind of an unusual start for Brother Rice. You can't make mistakes in games like this against a good team like Lockport. But watch this offensive line again. Christensen at the 1. Now, he just goes right to the right side and like a stroll in the park. Nobody near him, nobody touches him. That offensive line does such a wonderful job of protecting their quarterback.
So now we'll see Brother Rice for the first time on offense. Joe Gibson is back deep for the Crusaders, along with number 29, Dan Ebel. And they will await the kickoff here by Matt Ludwig. 1-yard run by Christensen, and the Lockport Porters take the lead here, 7-0. And this one will go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 for the Crusaders from their own 20-yard line.
See, that wind has really picked up coming out of the south, blowing north. So you kick it that way, you can really get some good yardage.
Brother Rice's offense, there you see Dan Nicholson, the senior quarterback, heading to Northern Illinois University. Jerry Martin over 1,000 yards rushing. Duffy the fullback, and a fine offensive line there. Graves, Novosel, Kulis, Rainazinski, Zielinski. Wideouts Dwyer, McGrail, and Buckley.
Well, Brother Rice, they tell you on offense, they give a lot of their credit to that offensive line.
Nicholson gives it off to Jerry Martin, and Martin gets tripped up after about 3 to the 23. It'll be 2nd and 7.
We talk so much about, I'm sorry, look at the Lockport defense.
Lockport D up front, Mikowski, Finnegan, Mitchell, Schaub, the linebackers, Sternberg, Legiglia, Kuntz, corners, Lave and Weber, and the safeties, Feely and A.J. Carroll, who made the tackle there.
You know, we talk so much about the Brother Rice defense, but offensively, they've put a lot of points on the board, and you have to give a lot of that credit to this offensive line.
Well, they're averaging over 25 points per game, Kenny, so they can put some points on the board. Martin once again, and he's brought down by Mike Schaub, the 6'2 junior defensive tackle. He caused the fumble last week in that win over Wheaton Warrenville South. Had a concussion early on this season, but Mike Schaub is now healthy for these quarters.
And a nice job of pursuit that time by Schaub going to the right. And Jerry Martin, as we know, his feet are so quick. And if he gets a little bit of room, Jerry Martin can take off. Wonderful job of pursuit that time by Schaub.
Both teams, by the way, with identical playoff marks overall, 12 and 7. Third down, call it 5 here for the Crusaders. Play action. Nicholson going deep.
6 if he catches it.
Oh, it's a diving catch. He did come down with it. What a catch by Dan Ebel.
I tell you what, if Ebel catches that pass in stride, it's an easy 6, but he had to dive for the ball. What a nice catch by Ebel. If he catches it in stride, off the play action. Now watch the play action. The linebackers bite. So now he has plenty of time. The linebackers bite. Ebel, if he catches it in stride, he has 6, but a nice diving catch by Ebel.
Brandon Feely was there on the coverage, but a 42-yard reception for Ebel, and it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Nicholson looking to his left, a slant pattern, and a pass is incomplete, intended for Jim Buckley.
But that pass wasn't close. I wonder if the ball slipped, because that wasn't even close. Nice 3-step quick drop going for the slant, but the ball wasn't even close. I have to believe that may have slipped out of his hands. Let's face it, it's been raining a little bit. It's picked up raining. The ball has to be a little bit slippery.
So the Crusaders of Brother Rice, out of the Chicago Catholic Blue Conference, now face a 2nd and 10 from a Porter 34. Nicholson gives to the second man through Martin, and he's got a hole, and Martin is down to the 25. Close to a 1st down.
Boy, I want you to watch the block there, though, by Buckley. Here's Martin with the run. There's Buckley leading the way out of the backfield. Martin is such a quick guy. I tell you what a nice block there by Buckley leading the way. And Martin just needs a little bit of room. He is so quick.
Brian LaGiglia was there on the tackle. Yeah, Martin, he had over 150 yards rushing in the first round of the playoffs, Kenny, in their 24-12 win over Thornton. So he can get it done on the ground. 3rd and 2 now for Brother Rice. And again, it's Martin, right side, and he will get stacked. Maybe a yard, Kenny. I don't think he got it. LaGiglia, Sternberg combined on the stop.
Yeah, they read that play very well. You see Buckley lines up at the wing, then he goes back into the backfield trying to lead for Martin. Watch Buckley, number 25, and he'll go over and try to lead the block, but Martin just really didn't have anywhere to go, as he also runs into Joe Duffy, his own man.
4th and about a yard here, and Coach not going for it here. Why not?
Why not? You're on the 25-yard line.
4th and a yard. Dan Nicholson, split backfield.
Changing the play.
Buckley in the slot. Give is to Martin. They go left side. Martin will have a 1st down as he spins. Brought down by Adam Lave, but not before Martin picks up a 1st down.
And you know what was so special about that play with Jerry Martin? All the blocking went right. He goes left. Look at this. Everybody goes to the right side, so he goes to the left. And if you see, there's no orange jerseys. He did all that with speed and quickness as he got through the seams. Martin has 6 rushes for 19 yards so far tonight.
Of course, he had 2 touchdowns in last week's win over Hinsdale Central, including the game winner with just under 6 minutes left to go. 1st and 10 from the 19. Nicholson, and it's incomplete across the middle. Jack McGrail, the 6'1 senior wideout, the intended receiver.
Boy, nice time, but McGrail just couldn't hold on to it as he had to dive for the ball.
Well, we mentioned Brother Rice out of the Chicago Catholic Blue Conference. They tied for the conference championship with St. Rita. By the way, the Mustangs playing tonight as well. St. Rita in Class 6A, Kenny, hosting Bloomington in a 6A semifinal, just a couple miles away from here.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 now for Brother Rice. Nicholson looking to his right. Got his receiver, McGrail, cuts to the inside, looking for the corner, touchdown! 19 yards from Nicholson to Jack McGrail, and Brother Rice with its first touchdown of the night.
Well, Nicholson had plenty of time. Nice three-step drop. Gets to McGrail, who was wide open. No one near him. Got one little move, cut to the inside. Able to get the 19-yard touchdown.
Oh, my. You got a feeling this is kind of
out in the old South Side, huh?
That's exactly right. 6:06 to go here this opening quarter. Mark Kruger, Kenny McReynolds, Tom Bonin. Our Comcast playoff game of the week from Brother Rice. And now in for the extra point, O'Keefe to tie the ball game up. We are indeed tied at 7.
Boy, that went out of the stadium. It went over the secondary fence. 9-play, 80-yard drive took 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Well, the Brother Rice Crusaders with their first playoff win we mentioned against Thornton. That was the first playoff win since 1991 for Brother Rice. Of course, they won the state title in 81.
Now, watch the touchdown now. We'll see the quick three-step drop. 1, 2, 3. Here's McGrail, wide open. Now, watch the move right here. When he gets to the inside, gets by the blocker. That's the key. All by himself, no blockers in front of him. When he cuts inside from a different angle, here's the catch. But the move right here, when he cuts in, gets away from the defender, walks in for the 19-yard touchdown.
Let's go down on the field to Tom Bonin. Thomas.
Thanks, guys. Down here on the sideline, you know, during the week I had a chance to visit with Bill Green, the offensive coordinator for the Crusaders. The big question to him was, what did you learn from that trouncing you had at the hands of St. Rita where they lost 30-0? He said that probably did us more good than harm, losing 30-0. We had to find a new offensive weapon. They did. They developed a three-step drop for Nicholson. We saw it here in that last series, and that's the play that gave them the touchdown. Three-step drop by Nicholson. They score. Tie game. Back up to you guys.
All right, Kenny, thank you very much.
But one thing I like about it, we see 9 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes, 45 seconds. When you lose, if you learn from each loss, that's the thing when I was at DePaul with Coach Ray Meyer. If we learn from every time we lost something, losing may not be that bad, but you'd rather win.
That's it. Short kick taken by David Sliwa, and David will bring it back. Pretty good field position, close to the 30-yard line.
Well, see, now Brother Rice is kicking into the wind, and that ball just died.
Actually going to spot it just outside the 25-yard line, spotted the 26, so 1st and 10 quarters. We are halfway through this opening quarter, tied at 7. Jake Christensen, who has thrown 28 touchdowns this season, 7 interceptions. Out of the gun. Looks to his left. Now under pressure, and he gets sacked.
Nowhere to go for Christensen. That was Bob Nelson. Now watch, Christensen has great time, but you give him 1 second, 2, 3, 4. You can't go forever as Nelson comes in with the sack, but you also have to give Matt Peppers a lot of credit with the pressure. He ran him out of the pocket for Nelson to come in with the sack.
3-yard loss, so 2nd and 13, back of the 23. Christian now under center. Eric Rago comes in motion here to the near side. They pitch it to Brady. And Brady with some tough yardage as he fights across the 30.
We saw a couple of weeks ago, we saw the same Lockport team. You and I did the game. We know usually when he's under center, that means he's going to pitch the ball. And here it is to Brady as it goes student body right. And look at that offensive line opening up the hole for Brady, who picks up really, about 5 good yards.
Matt Boyce and John Driscoll on the right side of that offensive line. Driscoll, only a sophomore, 6 foot, 245 pounder, is the right guard.
This is a young Lockport team.
3rd and 5. Boy, it's scary that the guys that are coming back. Christensen will be one of them. Under center, the pass is played incomplete. Lammers, the intended receiver, Zach Lammers, in and out of his hands. 4th down.
Right, hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. That's the ball you got to catch. You got to catch it that one. Here it is again. Now he's under center. Most people think he's going to pitch the ball, which he usually does, but this is a catchable ball. But I'm wondering again, with that ball being wet, if it just scoots right out of your hand with that force.
Tom Dwyer.
Oh, that's a stupid play. Oh, how dumb can you be? Boy, I tell you, Pat Walsh crushes Christensen after he kicks the ball, and he takes a 3-second count, and then he knocks Christensen down. I mean, that was absolutely uncalled for.
Running into the kicker will be the call against Brother Rice. Lockport will get the ball back.
But if you run into the kicker, right after the ball goes all the way. You don't wait 3-4 seconds, and then he just pushed him. I had my eye on it, and boy, what a stupid play.
A couple of mental mistakes here in the early going for the Crusaders.
I tell you don't need plays like that in a game like this. The ball is gone. You take 3 seconds, and you just pushed it.
So a 15-yard walk-off, Kenny. It'll be 1st and 10 Porters from their own 46.
Boy, I bet the coaching staff of Brother Rice, they have to be going crazy right about now.
Christensen has passed for over 3,100 yards on the season. That's right, folks. In one season, 3,100 yards. Trying to set up the screen there to the far side, and Pat Sullivan keeps going. Sullivan's tight rope in the sidelines, and Sullivan looks to go in all the way. Touchdown! 54 yards!
And what an individual effort by Sullivan.
Sullivan, who caught the go-ahead touchdown last week against Wheaton Warrenville South, now catches the go-ahead touchdown in the semis against Brother Rice.
And if you don't have that penalty, they don't have the ball.
There you go.
It comes back and it hurts them the first play, and what a beautiful job and what a great individual effort by Sullivan.
So Matt Ludwig in for the extra point attempt, and it is good. So 14-7 Lockport, and the Porters taking advantage of the Crusaders' early miscues.
Well, you cannot give a good team like this any second chances. They're too good. If you give them a second chance, you're asking for trouble. But what an individual job by Sullivan. Here it is again. They set up the screen. You got to have the blockers in front of you to set up the screen out of the shotgun. And so now you see to the right there, you set up the screen, and he breaks the one tackle, bounces off. What a great bounce off of Bob Nelson. He bounces off Nelson, and the rest is just an individual effort by Sullivan. As Nelson actually hit him in a good spot. He hit him right at the waist when he dove at him, but Sullivan just bounced off. An individual effort, beautiful by Sullivan.
Just goes to show you the talent of these wide receivers from Lockport.
The good hands, people.
There you go. Pat Sullivan, a 6'2", 185-pound senior, gives the Lockport Porters the lead. 14-7, 4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here. We're still in the first quarter.
Five plays, 75 yards, 1 minute, 58 seconds.
Back deep for Brother Rice, Dan Ebel. And they will let it go into the end zone. Yeah, Joe Gibson lets it roll into the end zone. So the Crusaders will have it once again, 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Now Brother Rice going into the wind, which has all of a sudden really picked up. If you take a look at those flags on the scoreboard and across from us on the light tower, you can really see that the wind has really picked up. But one thing we know about Brother Rice, they don't quit.
No.
They don't quit. The never say die attitude.
Trailing what? They were trailing 21-3, Kenny, in the quarterfinals against Hinsdale Central. Came back and won that ball game. It's a minimal gain here. They scored the final 21 points of that ball game, but Lockport also scored the final 21 points of their quarterfinal game.
So we could be in for a real exciting night. As you see the flags, right before game time, those flags were limp, but now the wind has really picked up coming out of the south, blowing into the north. I think that's south, right?
I think you
South,
got it. Yeah, you're
north.
right.
Okay, yeah. I'm not too smart with stuff like that. You know? It's this way and that way.
That's it. 3-yard pickup by Martin. So 2nd and 7 from their own 23.
There it is.
Left pass is complete to Tom Dwyer, and Tom Dwyer will have a first down to the 35. Dwyer, Nicholson's favorite receiver, 3-year starter. They tell me he's been a little bit under the weather all week, Kenny, but he looked awful good there.
He looked great there as Nicholson, as Tom Bonnet talked about the 3-step drop. There you see the 3-step drop, the slant, right to Dwyer, holds onto that ball. If he's under the weather, he doesn't show it tonight.
No.
You have to have pneumonia in the hospital not to play tonight.
They're looking for a big game out of time here tonight. 1st and 10, Brother Rice from their own 36. And this is the fullback, Joe Duffy, who does not get many carries. The fullback gets maybe about a yard, if that.
Yeah, didn't get much going right up the middle. Nice fake, trying to fake it to Jerry Martin, but the Lockport defense smelled that one out.
Lockport defense that's allowing just about 15 points per game defensively. Quarters come into this game 10-2. 2 conference losses to Lincoln Way East and also to Homewood Flossmoor. 2nd down, Nicholson now gets flushed out to his left. Decides to tuck it under, and he will get knocked out of bounds pretty hard that time across the 40. Looks like they're going to spot it right at the 40. A 3-yard pickup.
Well, was that Ryan Kuntz that knocked him out?
That was.
Boy, I tell you, Nicholson goes back. Actually, nice coverage, but he decides to take off. Watch Ryan Kuntz, one of the linebackers, right there waiting for him.
Man.
Kuntz really did a good shot in.
Kuntz, a 6'2" senior linebacker. They indeed hit hard, those Florida linebackers.
And they hit you right in numbers.
Right in the spot where you're supposed to hit them.
Right in the numbers.
Kuntz, LaGiglia, and Eric Sternberg, they can put a look on you. See the clock there remaining in the 1st quarter. This is Martin, the ball carrier. Off the left tackle, and Martin on a 2nd effort gets about 4 and close to a 1st down.
He's very close to the 1st down. He just kept his feet moving, and that's so important. A lot of times you'll see guys, once they get hit, they'll just stop. But watch Jerry Martin going right up the gut right here, but he keeps his feet moving, although he's hit several times. But that's going to be very, very close to a 1st.
Yeah, it's about
a yard short from here.
Less than that, maybe about a half a yard. Coach Nye was going to bring his punting unit out. He decided to change it. They're going to go for it.
Why not, huh?
Coach Steve Nye.
Show a little confidence in your offensive line. Full house backfield.
Nicholson under center, 4th and less than a yard. He
He
calls a
timeout.
But did he call it after the...
Yeah, Mike Schwab jumped offside, but he called the timeout first, I think.
Oh, my.
I think he called the timeout as Schwab had jumped.
And now the official, looks like Tom Buckner, the umpire, is talking to the Lockport side. So what is the call? Did they call a timeout? Are they giving him the time? Well, now they're bringing their punting unit out.
Here, let's see. Did he call? He called timeout first. I think he called the timeout first.
I think you're right.
It was close.
It sure was.
And Schwab jumped off both sides. So he called a timeout. Now they're going to kick it.
Brady is back for the Porters. Against the wind, got the spiral, and Brady back at his own 20. Moves to his left, trying to come around the corner, and he will get gang tackled close to the 30-yard line.
Just couldn't get around that corner.
1:31 to go here in this opening quarter. Again, the winner to head to the Class 8A state finals in Champaign next weekend to take on the Maine South Hawks. The Hawks impressively 13-0, 56-30 win over Lake Park this afternoon. Class 7A, congratulations to Coach Poinkus and the Oswego Panthers knocking off the previously unbeaten Downers Grove North Trojans this afternoon, 28-7.
Huge upset.
Oswego back on the title game. They were there in '92 when they won it all.
The flag right here.
Sliwa picks up about 5, but a flag. This one will go against the Porters, a holding call.
So that will nullify the gain. Here it is, and let's see. There's your hole right there on top. Boy, you pronounce Jake's name, will you?
Kobalarczyk.
Okay, I'll call him Jake. Jake.
Jake, the 6-foot junior setter. A guilty party on that one. First down now and 20 from their own 16-yard line.
See, I think he airs it out while he has the wind at his back.
That could be a key. Christensen sets his feet, throws to Cadlick. And Cadlick goes to the 40-yard line.
Boy, Cadlick, you know what? It's great. But I think you still got to get out of bounds. Although I know they stopped the clock and moved the chains.
First down.
Once the chains are set, the clock starts. I think you get out of bounds to stop the clock so you get another play in. Here it is again. See right here, Mark, right there, you get out of bounds. Because see, I think the clock stopping is more important than the extra 1 yard that he gained.
Under a minute to go here. There you see the time. Boy, how scary is that? Christensen and Cadlick will both be back next year.
Oh, that's scary.
Christensen
That's scary.
under center. They gave us to Brady. Brady also a junior. Picks up about 2 on the play. Chuck Manthai, the defensive tackle, was there, along with Joe O'Connor, the nose guard.
One more play with the wind at his back. I think you have to air it out because a guy like Christensen has such a strong arm. He loves the bomb. With this wind in his back, I think you really air it out with 20 seconds to go.
2nd and 7. Cadlick is split out to the bottom of their screen. Their own 43. Look at all the time. Now he's still looking. And now finally throws out of bounds. Listen to that play. Now it looks like, now they're throwing a flag.
Yeah, well, who's he throwing to?
That's it. It's going to be against Lockport.
Intentional grounding.
That is it.
Yeah, he's not throwing to anybody. There's nobody in the vicinity.
So they'll be backed up and we'll mark it off. We have come to the end of 1 quarter. Five-yard walk-off. I'm not sure if they're going to run one more play off. They've got no time on the clock. It looks like they are going to run one more play here.
Okay. I thought on the defensive penalty you couldn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Well, here it is again. He has all the time in the world, but where is he going to throw it to? He has all the time in the world. Give a lot of credit to the Brother Rice defensive backs, but he threw it into the stands. He threw the ball. Hey, some kid in the first row. Hey, I got it. They're going to have one more play.
One more play. 3rd and 7 from their own 26. Out of the gun, high snap. Christensen, nice job of getting it. Throwing it here to the near side. Cadlick, the intended receiver. Pat Harrigan was there on the coverage. And that will end the first quarter of play here from Joe Johnston Field in Chicago. What a quarter it's been. 14-7, the Porters over the Crusaders of Brother Rice. It was Jake Christensen of the Porters coming up big in this first quarter. We'll be back for second quarter action in a moment.
You're watching the Comcast Network. Turn to us first.
It's a 2-day holiday, everybody party, get the rhythm down so that we can get started. It's a 2-day holiday, everybody party, get the rhythm down so that we can get started.
Welcome back to Brother Rice. Mark Kruger, Kenny McReynolds, Tom Bonnet. 1 quarter complete. The Porters on top of the Crusaders, 14-7, and what an atmosphere here tonight.
Hey, I bet you Tom Bonnet gets a ruling from the official about not ending the quarter on the offensive penalty. I'm willing to bet you Tom's going to have that.
Oh, he's on everything. 4th and long. Christensen looking now. Finally will punt the ball. And it will roll out of bounds. Christensen just kind of snuck up and kind of took some baby steps and maybe thought about it, but he said, I better punt it away. Well, let's go down to Tom Bonnet. Tom.
Well, guys, just to let you know, on that penalty, I talked to the linesman. What it was is an offensive penalty. They have to have an untimed down when a penalty is on the offense at the end of the period. So there's no time on the clock, but they have to run one more play when the penalty is on the offense. Back up to you guys.
Okay.
All right, Tom.
34-yard punt.
1st and 10, Crusaders from their own 42. Here's Martin. Martin picks up about 3 yards on the play.
The second man through is Jerry Martin. He's really come close to breaking one open, too. With those fast little steps that he takes.
2nd and 5 after that 5-yard pickup by Jerry.
You're part of the
Nicholson and the Brother Rice Crusaders trailing by 7. Opening moment of this second quarter. 8A semi-final matchup. Nicholson has time across the middle in a sea of Porter defenders. Incomplete, intended for Jack McGrail.
Well, he really threw into a crowd.
He sure did. Jiggly was there.
Jiggly is there. Here it is.
Sternberg, Carroll.
Right into 1, 2, 3 white jerseys. That's very, very dangerous. McGrail and Lindbergh is right there.
Brandon Feely also there.
That's a little bit dangerous when you throw into a crowd like that.
3rd and 5 now from the own 47 for Brother Rice. Nicholson, straight drop, has some time across the middle. It's picked off by Sternberg. And Sternberg will bring it back inside the 30. Eric Sternberg, a 6'1", 180-pound junior with the interception.
Sternberg right there. Let's see if that ball goes off the hands. Again, we're talking about a slippery football. Here's Nicholson, 1, 2, 3, nice protection. Here's the throw. Right off the tip of the receiver, right off the tip of his hands. Yeah, it got tipped. Sternberg is right there.
At the 29-yard line of Brother Rice, so Jake Christensen and the Porters back in business. Jake out of the gun. Back to throw across the middle. Has Cadlick down at the 20. 9-yard reception, or did he get the first down?
He may have gotten it first.
Awful close.
Well, are those two guys great or what? Man, they know each other's timing. Watch it. Off the play action. A nice reception right here. Look at the way this comes right there. Perfect timing. Boy, I tell you, those two guys. I think they've played together before.
Once or twice, huh? 14-yard pickup, Kenny. So 1st and 10. Lockport from the 15 of the Crusaders. Christensen with the pump fake, looking to the left corner, and incomplete. Randy Griffin, the intended receiver. A flag, though, thrown at about the 5.
Well, let's see what that call is.
Boy, there's no interference, Kenny, because there didn't look like much contact.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure it's a catchable ball either because your receiver turned the wrong way. So I don't know what that call is. The offensive interference?
They may just pick this one up.
Because I don't think it's a catchable ball.
Here's Greg Buckner, the referee. Interference against Brother Rice. And it's going to give Lockport a first down. Let's take another look here.
Let's see that again now. Going to the corner. Well, you know what he's saying? It's not a catchable ball.
Dan Ebel.
But what I think he's saying is Ebel grabbed him by the waist. If we can see that again, I think Ebel grabbed him by the waist, and that's what the flag is for.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line of Brother Rice. The Porters threatening again, leading by 7. Brady, the lone setback, Griffin in motion. The give is to Brady. Brady inside the 5, close to the goal line as he's brought down at the 1.
Didn't quite make it, put a man in motion.
Chuck Man-Thigh bringing him down at the 1.
Well, Brady, if we put a man in motion, Brady goes right up the middle, gets really good yardage. He's about the 1 yard line.
2nd and goal. 2 minutes going by here in this second quarter of this 8A semifinal matchup.
That offensive line has done such a wonderful job tonight. Remember the first touchdown, Christensen just walked in untouched.
Christensen will dive in over the left side, and he's in. Second touchdown of the night, a 1 yard plunge by Jake Christensen. And Lockport's on top 20-7.
This time he didn't decide to go to the outside. He went right over the top, but the results are still the same. And you hate to sound like a broken record, but you cannot give opportunities on mistakes to a team like Lockport.
Matt Ludwig looking to go perfect 3 for 3 in extra point attempts. And he does. 21-7. The Lockport Porters. 9:45 to go here in this first half. The Porters, who coming off of a 394 total yards of offense performance last week against Wheaton Warrenville South. They had 20 first downs. Kenny, this offense is simply explosive.
It's very, very explosive. Here's the touchdown. He decides, hey, I'll just go right up the middle. I'll keep it myself. And he's pushed back, but he got over the line. He broke the plane first. 5 plays, 29 yards, a minute and 11 seconds.
Of course, that was all set up by the interception by Eric Sternberg by this Lockport Porter defense.
Hello.
We are. Beautiful night here in Brother Rice.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? I don't see the camera, but we're on.
I don't blame you. There's a lot of people down there.
Well, there's a lot of people in this ballpark. And I'm just happy the Illinois State High School Association came to their senses and let this game be played here.
Matt Ludwig tees it up here for the Porters. Gibson and Ebel are back deep. This is Ebel. Ebel has a seam.
Oh, he ran to his own man.
Across the 40 to the 43-yard line. A fine return by Dan Ebel and the Crusaders. In good shape here. 9:35 to go first half.
Did you notice the way Ebel held that ball? He held it like a loaf of bread. He grabs it and he puts it into one hand. Look the way he holds that ball out. But he runs. He has the blockers, but he runs right into his own people. That's how fast he is as we ran into Brandon Laban.
So 1st and 10 Crusaders from their own 43. And the give is to the slot man, Jim Buckley. And he goes nowhere.
Nowhere to go.
Mike Schaub was there to meet him.
Well, how many times have we said Schaub's name tonight? He's been all over the field. Look how big Schaub is. 6'2", 240, and boy, how explosive is he coming off the line. Right there as he sidesteps the offensive lineman and just put them down hard.
2nd and 10. Kenny, no gain. The ball remains at the 43. Nicholson. This time, Martin, the ball carrier, and he will get 1 or 2. That's about it. Brian Legiglio was in at the end of that play for the Porters.
Martin off the misdirection, but Legiglio snuffed it out very, very well.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and long here for the Crusaders.
With the wind at your back, I just think you have to air it out. Take advantage of Nicholson's strength with his wind at his back. I think you just have to pass it and go deep.
3rd and 9, Tom Dwyer to the top of your screen. Looking that way. Now he gets flushed out here to the near side. He's got his man McGrail, and McGrail is hit hard by Adam Lave, but I believe Jack picked up the first down.
Yep, nice job of scrambling as McGrail comes away with the first down. Well, you talk about scrambling, and he's coming against the grain, and he's throwing off that back foot. Instead of that front foot, he's throwing off that back foot on the scramble. That's a really good play by Nicholson and McGrail.
Yeah, good heads-up play by McGrail, knowing where the first down marker was. Picking it up, the 46-yard line of Lockport. Nicholson. Pump fakes. Now he has to come up and run. He's got some room. 40, 30-yard line. Look at him go. Inside the 20. And he gets tripped up at the 15-yard line. It was Brandon Feely who tripped him up at the ankles, but what a run by Dan Nicholson. 30-yard run by Nicholson.
Here it is again now. He's in the pocket. The pump fake freezes the linebacker, so he saw the opening and he goes right here. And boy, I tell you, what a game or a touchdown-saving tackle.
It was, absolutely.
The pump fake froze everybody, and he saw that opening. The linebackers froze on that pump fake, nothing but green grass in front of him, and he's at the 15-yard line.
Down a couple touchdowns. The Crusaders now need to get 7 here. 1st and 10 from the 14. Nicholson, straight drop, now gets flushed out to his right. He's got room. Now he's going to throw. Pass back, complete to Dwyer. Touchdown. 14 yards. I wasn't sure if Dwyer had his feet in the end zone, but he did. The officials say touchdown.
Well, A.J. Carroll blitzed, and they picked that up. And there was one less man in the backfield there. And, yes, Dwyer was in the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, we said at the beginning that they needed a big game from Tom Dwyer, and he comes up with a huge touchdown catch.
Boy, we're going to have a shootout on the south side of Chicago tonight.
In for the extra point. O'Keefe's is good, and it's 21-14 now, Lockport, with 7 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the first half. Impressive run by Dan Nicholson, that 30-yard run to set up this touchdown pass to Dwyer.
Here it is again, and to the right of your screen, Carroll had blitz. They picked that up. Now, again, throwing on the move, and boy, what a nice job of putting his feet down. See right there, you pick up that blitz from Carroll, but watch Dwyer's feet. Watch his feet when he goes up, get them both down.
Nice, okay, beautiful.
Get them both down and then fall out of the end zone, but a wonderful job, and also a wonderful job picking up that blitz.
Dwyer, 2 catches for 27 yards. Nicholson, by the way, on the night, 5 of 8 for 96 yards. And Brother Rice, what a drive. 21-14 Porters.
Woo, brother. As Jack Brickhouse would say, oh,
Kenny,
man.
We're going to need some oxygen up here in the press box.
I tell you.
Before this one's over.
This is something else.
I know Tom Bodden is going to need some oxygen.
Yeah.
O'Keefe getting ready to kick off for the Crusaders. 21-14 Porters. The winner will head downstate to take on Maine South. Back for Lockport, Adam Lave and Dan Brady. O'Keefe kicking with the win. And this will be Brady backpedaling, and he is in the end zone, so the Porters will take it out 1st and 10 at their own 20. Let's go down to Tom Bonnet. Tom.
Thanks, Mark. I'm down on the sidelines here with the principal of Brother Rice, Jim Antos. Jim, you got to be excited about a great turnout and good weather.
It's a fantastic turnout. I mean, all you have to do is pan this field. This has to be our largest crowd ever, I mean, for any game.
Well, you guys have certainly deserved it. These are the heartbreak kids, aren't they?
They certainly are. They, as Steve Nye has said, they are kids who know how to play football. So, God willing, we'll be successful.
You got any energy left for the second half?
My stomach is in knots. I don't think I have energy for anything, to be honest with you.
Mark, back up to you.
I think a lot of people's stomachs are in knots. Christensen across the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Rago, the intended receiver. That ball was kept up in the air a little bit, Kenny.
Yeah, just a little overthrown, a little high, boy, but I tell you what, it just stayed up in the air, almost picked off. And you see the Brother Rice scoring drive, 5 plays, 57 yards, 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Here it is again. Now, watch how long this ball stays up. It's thrown a little bit too high, but look right there.
Oh.
It's like, you don't know what to do. It looked like Pat Harrigan, like, should I dive for it or will it come to me? When in doubt, dive.
2nd and 10 now from the 20. Again, it's Christensen out of the gun. Coming in motion, Randy Griffin. Christensen looking for Griffin across the middle. Now he gets flushed out to his left. Throwing off balance, and it is incomplete. Adam DeCare, the intended receiver. Dwyer was there on the coverage, 3rd and 10.
Tom Dwyer on the coverage just tips it out of bounds. But again, off balance, what a throw. I mean,
remember that one play against Naperville Central where he was back into the pocket for like 8 or 10 seconds and he threw the touchdown?
He threw the touchdown, but look at this. He's off balance and he's throwing off that back foot.
Look at him. He throws about 30 yards.
Off the back foot.
Yep.
You know, you want to throw off that front foot, that follow through. He threw it off that back foot.
3rd and 10 now for the Porters from their own 20. Christensen looking things over.
This is a big play for Brother Rice.
Steps up, looking for Cadlick. He's got his man. It's a 1st down. Dwyer bringing him down at the 42-yard line.
Oh, boy. Those two have been unbelievable tonight. Pat Harrigan was right there. Cadlick is right. He'll cut right in front of Harrigan. Right there. And now Harrigan goes for the ankle. Can't get him. Picks up a couple of more yards. And 1st down for Lockport.
Dwyer finally bring him down. A 22-yard reception for George. 1st and 10 Porters for their own 42. 6:37 to go first half.
I don't know how much Harrigan more he could have done. He was right there. Good coverage.
The draw to Brady. And Brady, a nice tackle from behind by Bob Nelson. Not before gain of 4 by Brady.
And I think they're going to have to do that more. Come out with a guy like Brady, who's an outstanding runner, off the play action draw like that, because you still want to mix it up a little bit. You can't throw it all the time.
We touched about Jerry Martin over the 1,000-yard mark. Well, Brady and David Sliwa combined have rushed for over 1,000 yards on the season.
It's getting cold in here.
It is. DeCare and Rago are split out to the top of your screen. Griffin to the bottom. Christensen out of the gun. 2nd and 5. Christensen, and to the far side pass caught short of midfield by DeCare. It'll be about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
The Brother Rice defensive line put a lot of good pressure on Christensen.
We're going to take a timeout and come back to Brother Rice in a moment.
You're watching the Comcast Network. Turn to us first.
Are you looking for the ultimate in high school sports? Then get in on the game with Sports Weekly. Join Dave Wills and Perry Williams each week for scores and highlights from all over Chicagoland. Sports Weekly gets you up close to the top players and the hottest teams in prep sports. If you want action, then get in on the game with Sports Weekly. Every Thursday night at 6:30 here on the Comcast Network. Turn to us first.
And the winner of this year's spelling bee for correctly spelling the word obnoxious, Phyllis Strackley. We got a winner! C-H-U-M-P-S. What's that spell? Chumps. Who's your mama now, baby?
Middle pass is complete and a 1st down. Eric Rago at the 41 of Brother Rice.
Boy, when they have to have it, they certainly come up with it, don't they? When they have to have it, they find a way to get it. Here's the play again now. You know they have to pass it. Here's the 1st down. Christensen gets plenty of time, and boy, what a bullet to Rago. In between coverage, he's double covered, and still comes away with it.
1st and 10 Porters. Rago goes in motion now. The 41 of Brother Rice. Christensen again with time, looking to his right. Oh, the pass is nearly picked off. Tom Ryan almost saw pay dirt for the Crusaders.
Beautiful, beautiful timing by Tom Ryan. Watch Ryan come into your screen right here. See, he stops.
Oh, yeah.
Right there, stops, come in, and knocks it away.
Beautiful defense. Cadlick, of course,
defense.
the intended receiver.
Boy, I tell you what, and if Ryan catches that, that's 6.
This place would have exploded.
Christensen is 8 out of 13 for 152 yards so far tonight.
Impressive numbers. Only 4:37 left in this first half. Both quarterbacks with some impressive numbers here in the early going. 3 wideouts here for Jake Christensen, who is now under center. 2nd and 10. Brady the lone setback. The give is to Brady, and he will go nowhere. Tony Serio, the inside linebacker, was there among other Crusaders.
Well, Serio was not buying it. He was not going to buy it.
Actually, a loss of a yard, Kenny. So 3rd down here as we approach the 4-minute mark.
Serio was not buying that one.
21-14, the Lockport leads.
3rd and 10 on the 42. What are the odds that he's going to pass?
He steps back out of the gun. Brady back to step up the block. Christensen looking to his left. And he's got his receiver. That's Randy Griffin with the 1st down.
We talked about Randy Griffin in the warm-up. We saw him on the field warming up, talking about what a great athlete he was. I tell you what, when they have to have it, they seem to find a way to do it. Watch the time. Watch the blocking. Look how much time he has. There's no orange shirts around him. Steps right into the pocket and into the coverage, but Griffin is right there. And we have a timeout by Brother Rice.
1st and 10 for Lockport. It'll be at the 15-yard line. Randy Griffin, who had a couple of long touchdown catches in last year's semifinal game at Hinsdale Central, if you recall that game.
Yeah, last year he had a couple of great ones.
Well, friends, don't forget that you can catch Sports Weekly every Thursday night at 6:30 with Dave Wills and Perry Williams, a pair of seasoned hosts with a passion for local sports. And you can catch the highlights of today's game, or tonight's game, I should say, as well as the highlights of the Maine South Lake Park game in 7A, that Oswego win over Downers North, Prospect and Libertyville, and also in Class 6A, Manuka and Carmel, and in Class 4A, Driscoll looking for the three-peat in their 42-6 win over Hillsborough. All those highlights and more on Sports Weekly Thursday nights at 6:30.
Here's the road for Brother Rice. You see Thornton, Downers Grove South, and of course Hinsdale Central. This is the 10th play of the drive. 3 first downs for Lockport.
1st and 10.
Quarterback bootleg.
And he is down inside the 5. It'll be another 1st down for Christensen. It'll be 1st and goal.
On the keeper.
Tony Serio was once again in on the stop for the Crusaders.
Boy, actually I said bootleg, really was the quarterback draw out of the shotgun. I said bootleg, but I meant the quarterback draw. We have an official's timeout. They're going to measure it.
I believe so, Kenny. It's it's inside the 5.
Let's see. Looks.
Wow, how close is that?
He just missed it, didn't he? Did he just miss it? Got it. Oh, he did get it. Boy, I thought he just missed it, boy. But if he made it by a quarter of an inch.
1st and goal, Porters leading 21-14. Unbelievable, boy. Christensen to Randy Griffin to the 15, 10-yard run on a draw out of Christensen. And now it's 1st and goal, Porters just inside the 5. Out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers. Again, quarterback draw. Christensen hits hard at the 5, and on a second effort, may have gotten a yard down to the 4.
Maybe a yard. They sniffed that one out. But one thing I like about Christensen, here's a guy that has such a great arm, but he is not afraid of contact. He really thrives on the contact here again, the quarterback draw. And he goes right up the middle. He likes the contact.
2nd and goal at the 4. Under 3 minutes to go in this 1st half. Lockport leads by 7, but they are threatening here. 2nd and goal. Christensen again out of the gun. Now rolling to his right. Sets and fires, and he's got Brady, who just walks in the right corner. 4 yards from Christensen to Dan Brady. And Lockport leads now 27-14 with the extra point forthcoming.
Somebody forgot about Brady because Brady was wide open. He's your running back. He comes out of the backfield as a receiver, and boy, was he wide open.
So now Ludwig in for the extra point. Feely to hold here for the Porters. And Ludwig is a perfect 4 for 4, 28 to 14. And Kenny, since our last game that we did, Lockport and Naperville Central, if Dan Brady was to score a touchdown, I was asked a couple times whether or not you were going to sing the Brady Bunch theme song, so I'm asking you right now.
Well,
you want me to help you?
That touchdown was a story about a man named Brady. But if he scores a couple of more touchdowns, we can say we have the Brady Bunch. And you see Brady right there in the screen number 34, goes in as a blocker and comes out of the backfield wide open. I mean, there's nobody around him. He just takes a little stroll in the park.
Stroll in the park.
As he comes out of the blocker, goes off his man after the block and just goes right at the 5. And that is, of course, a story about a man named Brady.
It sure is.
Now, we'll see the whole theme song if he scores a bunch.
Oh, okay. That's the deal.
12 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes, and 42 seconds. And I think the key stat there, the 4 minutes and 42 seconds that Lockport takes off the clock. Because now you're down to 2.5 minutes and a 28-14 lead.
Well, Brother Rice was in this position before, Kenny. Last week, down 21 to 3 to Hinsdale Central.
Oh, they don't quit.
No, there's no doubt about that. Uh-oh, that's going to be a loose ball, but I believe Brother Rice did cover up.
With 3 first downs on that drive for Lockport, 6 for Lockport in the game.
Joe Gibson covered up as we take a look at Lockport's quest to repeat as state champions. Lincoln Way Central, that Naperville Central game we talked about, and Wheaton Warrenville South, 2 DuPage Valley Conference teams the Porters had to go through. You see the numbers there by Christensen, Brady, and Ludwig.
100 yards. That's worth the whole song.
1st and 10, Crusaders from their own 25. We'll see if Brother Rice can get something going here. The slant incomplete. The intended receiver, Tom Ryan.
Boy, Ryan goes down. A little bit muddy right there where he was, too. And he goes down. The ball is thrown behind him. But it's been raining, and this time of the year, your field has so many games, both your freshman and sophomore, and your band and soccer. So the field's a little bit chopped up in that spot where Ryan went down.
2nd and 10 now for the Brother Rice Crusaders. 2:29 remaining here in this first half. The pitch here is to Austin McDonough. And McDonough they're going to spot it at about the 27.
I like this pitch. A quick snap, pitch it right out, follows his blockers, picked up a couple of yards. I like the call. I like the call. He did a quick pitch, didn't take long, and he did a nice job of following his blockers.
Nice 3-yard pickup. Ryan Legiglia made the tackle for the Porters.
Under 2 minutes now.
3rd and a long 7 to go here for Nicholson. Steps up, now out in the flat. McGrail bobbled it, came down with it, but it's going to be short of the first down. He had some room ahead of him, but he just bobbled it and his knee was down.
I think that comes from trying to run with the ball before you catch it. You have to catch it. You'll see McGrail right here. Now, you got to catch it first. I think he's trying to run before he caught the ball, but at least he did have the presence in mind of catching the ball.
So Dan McEldowney will punt it away here for Brother Rice. Brady back for the Porters. And Brady will let this one bounce. It will go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Porters with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go here in this first half.
With that wind at your back and you're kicking, you really want to get it better than a 27-yard punt with the wind at your back. So you give Lockport 1st and 10 at the 40 with this offense. Your defense really has to answer the challenge.
You want me to close the windows?
Yeah, close the window.
See what I can do here. Christensen out of the shotgun again. Boy, look at all the time. Now he's finally gets brought down. But boy, all the time in the world, a loss of 4.
You can only ask your offensive line to do so much, and they gave him plenty of time, but the defense of Brother Rice did a great job not letting any of their receivers get open.
2nd and 14. Christensen, a little pass to Brady out in the flat, a little screen, and Brady looks to get to the 47.
He picked up a lot of yardage on that little screen.
12-yard pickup, so it's going to be 3rd and about 3.
That's a nice pickup for Brady.
It is. And the clock stops with 34 seconds to go in the half.
So now, do you air it out? I mean, why not?
Well, 3rd and short. You got that type of receiving core, yeah, why not?
That kind of receiving core. Anything they do is big, in the first half. They come up with a big play.
3rd and 4, Kenny. 2 wide receivers to the top, and now Christensen turns around and asks the officials for a timeout. So maybe that's what Coach Brett Coy and Jake Christensen and company are going to talk about here. 34 seconds to go on 3rd and 4.
Do you just go for the first down and then try to air it out, or do you just say, hey, why not?
Well, friends, just a reminder here on Comcast that you can join. That's it. Lisa Prati, she highlights the latest in-demand movies and events, plus offers movie and wrestling trivia contests. Win great prizes. That's Channel Surfing with Lisa, Friday nights at 6, right here on the Comcast Network.
I've never been on her show either. I haven't been on Sports Weekly. I haven't been on Lisa's show.
Well, you can be a professional wrestler and then get on her show, be one of her guests.
Well, hey, whatever it takes.
All right, we'll see what the Porter offense is drummed up here. 3rd and 4 after the timeout. Their own 47 here. 34 seconds to go in this first half. Lockport on top, 28-14. Christensen under center now. Quick drop, looking to the slant pattern. Cadleck, the intended receiver. It's incomplete, and they'll bring up 4th down.
Just a little bit high, so you're going to have to punt it away now. But see, they just don't go 5 yards to get the first down. They want a big play.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. Here it is again. Just a little high. Khaled just couldn't hold on to it. So now Christensen has to go back and punt.
Tom Dwyer is back for the Crusaders.
Christensen, 10 out of 16, 191 yards.
Oh, Christensen was going to run it. Now he decided to punt it, and it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds at the 44. We saw Christensen earlier, and now I think he's upset at himself, Kenny.
Well, you know what? Either punt the ball or run.
Exactly.
Hey, you don't want to give, if you're Lockport, a good team like Brother Rice a chance now. You have a 2-touchdown lead. They come back and get something out of this. You're kicking yourself in the head all day. It's a -5-yard punt.
Wow.
Either run the ball or punt the ball.
Exactly. That indecision, boy, that may cost the Porters here. See if the Crusaders can capitalize, but only 23 seconds remaining in the half. Nicholson is going to have to move the offense in a hurry. Straight drop, has time, going deep across the middle for Dwyer! And it's incomplete. Brandon Feely was right there.
Feely right there, the pass just a little bit overthrown, but they're going for the bomb. And why not?
17 seconds to go in the half.
Well, why not? Why not go for it? Plenty of time, just a little bit overthrown. I don't think that he could have caught this. It was a little bit overthrown. But you know what? Give Feely a lot of credit because he knew that ball was going to the outside, and he stood there sort of like a pit. So the wide receiver could not get around it.
4 wideouts here for the Crusaders. Out of the gun goes Nicholson. See if he goes deep again. Here comes the pressure. Pass is complete to McGrail. And McGrail has a first down to the 24.
Well, 9 seconds to go. The clock stops while they move the chain.
17-yard reception, and now Nicholson directing traffic here. Still get one more playoff and possibly a field goal attempt.
I think he go for the end zone.
Oh, absolutely here. We'll see what happens. 9 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 24. Nicholson, the quick out pattern, and the pass is complete, but he didn't go out of bounds. McGrail, and now they call timeout, but there's no time on the clock. We'll see if the officials put time back on it.
Oh, McGrail, you got to get out of bounds, baby.
Yeah, the two Buckners, Greg and Tom, the two officials are talking things over, and Kenny, I think they're going to put a couple seconds back on the clock.
1 second. 1 second back on the clock.
So Brother Rice taking a timeout here. Take another look at it.
Well, they go short instead of long, but you got to put their ball out of bounds. But you got to give a lot of credit also to Lockport and to Ryan Lindbergh, who really wouldn't let him get out of bounds.
Yeah, exactly. He caught the ball diving and a heads-up play by McGrail, knowing that he didn't go out of bounds to call a timeout real quick.
Right.
And
I'm saying he had to get out of bounds, maybe put the ball out.
Right.
Give Lindbergh credit. He wouldn't let him do it.
Well, Kenny, the ball is inside the 20, so this would be about a 37-yard field goal attempt with the wind.
Yeah, but you have a pretty strong wind at your back.
Right. 2nd and 5, but the 5 yards is really not an issue here with only 1 second to go, one play. And we'll see if the Crusaders decide to go for the field goal or for the touchdown. They're going to go for it.
Touchdown, baby.
Dan Nicholson under center here from the 20. Barring any defensive penalties, the final play of this first half. Nicholson dropping back. Has his man McGrail at the 10, and he gets wrapped up by Ryan Kuntz at the 9-yard line to end this exciting first half here at Brother Rice's Joe Johnston Field. The Lockport Porters, the number 3 seed, lead the number 2 seeded Brother Rice Crusaders by a score of 28-14. And Kenny, what a first half it has been.
What a great first half, but why not go for the end zone? You got 1 second. If you're going to be short, if you're Lockport, you let them catch the ball. So what? We don't let you get into the end zone. I'm not going to second guess Steve. He's the head coach, and he does a hell of a job here. But I go to the end zone.
Let's go down to Tom Bonnet.
Thanks, Guy. Steve Nye, a fumble, an interception, some bad penalties.
They made the 2 big plays in the first half. The difference basically now was the fumble. We covered at the 1 and then the interception. So, we'll see if we can make the 2 big plays in the second half.
Mental mistakes throughout the first 2 quarters. What are you going to do to tighten it up?
These both teams are a little nervous. We seem to have settled down, so it should be all right from here.
You ready for the second half, Coach?
We're ready.
All right. Back up to you guys.
All right, Tom, Steve Nye, thank you very much. What a first half. The Porters on top 28-14. We'll come back to recap it, go over first half statistics as well on our Comcast playoff game of the week as we see Nicholson to McGrail, but he came up just a little bit short to end the first half. We'll be back right after this.
You're watching the Comcast Network. Turn to us first.
And so, after due deliberation and much hard work on the part of both agencies, we've decided to award the contract to Abercrombie and Teetwiler.
What? You gotta be kidding me! Bad call, jeez.
This is pathetic!
Those ads went out with dancing cigarettes. What are you, blind? What are you, deaf? What are you, out of your mind? Fixed.
And welcome back to Brother Rice, Mark Kruger, Kenny McReynolds, along with Tom Bonnet, our halftime stats. We take a look at them, Kenny, and not surprisingly, Lockport with the passing yardage over Brother Rice.
Yeah, not by much, but he's pretty good. 191 to 136. Total yards, 223 to 209. 6 first downs apiece. Tell you what, actually the stats are not that lopsided. Total passing yards a little bit more to Lockport, but pretty good first half.
You're right. It's pretty much even. Lockport ran 38 plays. Brother Rice ran 31. And the difference, Kenny, has been Lockport capitalizing on Brother Rice's early mistakes.
And that's been the key. When you make the early mistakes, you cannot give a team like that.
Like right there, that fumble.
Yeah, well, you do a fumble like that, you got to pick the ball up and let it roll into the end zone. You don't touch it. And that really hurts you because then you have Christensen running to the right side. And he just goes in untouched. And here's Brother Rice. They come right back. Watch this nice move right on the inside there. You get that move, and McGrail goes in for the 6. Boy, Lockport comes right back, though. They go up 14-7 on the screen. What an individual effort. Break a tackle, gets hit right where you're supposed to hit him, and he still goes away. Pat Sullivan with the 54-yard touchdown. What a great individual effort off the screen. And But Brother Rice comes right back. I mean, look at that, throwing off balance in the air, but look at the nice footwork by Tom Dwyer. What footwork, making sure both feet are in bounds. And here's your final score right into your living room. Hey, they forgot about the man coming out of the backfield. You can't forget the guy coming out of the backfield.
Let's go down to Tom Bonnet. Tom.
Yeah, guys, down here on the field, the coach couldn't get over here in time to talk to us, but I had a chance to talk with Jeff Christensen, Jake's father, who played with 6 NFL teams during his long career after starring at Eastern Illinois here in the state of Illinois. But talking to him, a lot of people don't realize this, but he would have been a Chicago Bear. The Bears indicated that they were going to draft Jeff Christensen in the '83 draft. But guess what? The coaching staff went down to see him play. They played against Tennessee State. Who played at Tennessee State? Richard Dent. The Bears took Richard Dent. He ended up in Cincinnati and had a long career in the NFL. Back up to you guys.
All right, Tom Bonnet, thank you.
Hey, can he play now for the Bears? Hey, Tom, ask him, can he play now? They need a quarterback now.
His son, by the way, Jake Christensen, 10 of 16 in the first half for 191 yards. Jake's counterpart, Dan Nicholson, pretty impressive numbers as well. 9 of 14 for 136 yards through the air.
Hey, you know what? Can Jake play for the Bears now?
Yeah, how about it? Brother Rice will be getting the ball to start this third quarter, trailing by 14, 28-14. And Kenny, if you remember last week, I hate to harp on it, but Brother Rice trailing Hinsdale Central at half, 21-10, scoring the final.
They are a second half team. They don't quit. They are a second half team.
And their defense, Kenny, really turned things around last week against the Red Devils. We'll see if their defense can pick it up here in the second half.
And see, that picture we just saw, those were smart guys. They brought the folding chairs. They're in the corner of the end zone. There's nowhere to sit in the stands. Those guys are smart.
Crusader defense dubs themselves Team Pursuit. They've had 4 shutouts this season. They've allowed only 8 points per game. They're going to have to come up big here in this second half. But the Crusader offense.
You're right. Their offense is going to have to come up big right now, though, to start the third quarter.
That's it. Ludwig to kick it off here as the football goes off the tee as the winds have picked up here at Brother Rice.
There go my notes.
Ludwig will be kicking into a strong wind. So Brother Rice will get the ball with the wind at their back.
Boy, it really picked up too, didn't it? Look at this.
Sure did. The winner of this game will take on the Maine South Hawks for the 8A title. Again, a missed catch on the kickoff. A problem for the Crusaders all night long, and finally coming over to Dan Ebel.
There you see the wind right there. But did you notice how that ball just died?
Yeah.
It got up above the stadium. Let's see if we can pick it up now. Look how high it is. That ball's going back 10 more yards, and it just dies. And it bounces on the ground, but Brother Rice maintains possession. Straight north, out of the south.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Or it's going from that way to this way.
All right, there you go. That's what I like to hear. 1st and 10, Crusaders from their own 23. Nicholson, who's headed to NIU. Out on the far side, the flat to McGrail.
Again, they're going to three-step drop.
Incomplete. Sternberg was there in the coverage.
Well, I really think Brother Rice needs to get on that scoreboard right away. I think that would give them so much momentum. This game is in striking distance. And the way that wind is blowing, I think you want to take advantage of having that wind at your back.
Both teams a week ago scoring the game's final 21 points in their respective quarterfinal games. The pitch.
Oh, Martin, read that.
Martin gets nowhere, a loss of about 4.
Boy, they were in the backfield before Martin caught the ball.
Adam Mikowski, the 6'3" senior defensive end.
Look at Mikowski. I mean, he's in the backfield before he got the ball. I mean, he just wraps him up by the shoulder pads and brings him down.
3rd and 15. And this would be tough for the Crusaders if they go 3 and out here in their opening possession of this third quarter. Big third down here, 3rd and 15. Ryan and Dwyer to the bottom of your screen.
Boy, 4 wideouts.
Yeah. Nicholson under center, 3rd and long. Now he runs into his own lineman and he'll finally get wrapped up. And another sack.
Ran into his own man. Here it is again. You know he has to go and pass. He has some time. As he steps up, he runs right into his own man.
Well, now it's 4th down, Kenny.
What's that, Chris Zalinsky?
That's it.
That he run into? Oh, they're going to go for it, huh? Now you got to punt.
McEldowney is back. Yeah, he's in his own end zone.
Well, he had a strong wind.
Ooh.
Just got it.
Wow, that's going to bring Brady all the way back. And he's going to let it bounce inside the 30, and it's going to stop at the 25-yard line. A 65-yard punt by McEldowney.
But give credit to the wind and also credit to the bounce. Boy, you added that up so quickly. 65 yards. Here it is again, a line drive. The wind takes it some, but boy, it takes that bounce right there. Took a 25-yard roll. How did you add that up so quickly? Boy, you're good.
Magic. Our fine statistician up here, Steve Moga. Christensen out of the gun. Going back to work, looking deep. And the pass intended for Randy Griffin is knocked away at the end. Dan Ebel was right there.
Oh, and what a play by Dan Ebel. Oh. You know, he kept his eye on the ball. He kept his eye on the receiver. Watch Ebel, number 29 in the orange. Now, watch Ebel keeping his eye on the ball. Goes right up and just brings it down. What a nice play by Ebel. Never took his eye off the ball.
These two teams with excellent secondary. 2nd and 10 now for the Porters from their own 25. Christensen out of the gun. Coming in motion is Griffin. The draw is to Brady, and Brady goes nowhere. Bob Nelson was there to bring him down for a loss of about a yard.
Nelson and McGrail right there on the stop as Brady comes out of the draw for no gain. They come out of the shotgun to draw, and boy, McGrail, right there.
Yeah, may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, back to the 25. So it is 3rd and 10, call it. See if this Crusader defense, dubbed Team Pursuit, can make a stop here. Christensen rolling to his left. Stops, fires deep. Cadlick with the reception inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Tom Ryan was there to bring him down, but a Porter first down.
When they have to have it, they come up with it. A 37-yard reception. Now, let's see if we can pick up the block right here. Watch the block. If we get it coming right, well, we just missed it, but it was a great block thrown. And when they have to have it, Pavlik jumps up in the air, comes down with the 37-yard reception.
Man.
When they have to have it, they seem to find a way to come up with it.
George Cadlick with the reception. And now 1st and 10 from the Brother Rice 38-yard line. Cadlick in motion, the draw to Brady, and Brady gets met by Scott Hayden, the inside linebacker, a loss of a yard.
And we have a flag in the backfield.
Well, this one usually means holding, and it is against the Porters offense. Touch on this offensive line, Kenny. Tim Gritzman, the left tackle. He was a converted soccer player. He played up until, he watched last year's state title teams, Kenny, in the stands. Soccer player.
Yeah, you know what? That's our buddy 51 again.
Jake Kovalarczyk, the center.
Yeah, that's Jake.
That's Jake.
Jake for me, baby.
John Driscoll, only a sophomore, along with Mike Mingy and Matt Boyce. All 5. You see the call there by Greg Buckner. All 5 of the offensive linemen, Kenny, under their jerseys are wearing a black T-shirt, and on the black T-shirt's called Lockport Pancake House. I guess they flatten a lot of defensive players, apparently. No lie, Lockport Pancake House is what the offensive line, the T-shirts are wearing.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, Christensen going deep. Oh, coming down with it for Lockport, Zach Lammers.
There's a flag. Now, are you going to call that an offensive interference?
That's a good question.
Zach Lammers is an offense. Did he push off? Yes, he did.
They're gonna hit Lammers, I believe.
Offensive interference. How often do you see that? Let's see it again. Boy, all kind of time for Christensen. Now, Lammers, let's see if he pushes off. What did he say? He pushed off?
Yeah, that was towards the end of the play. Didn't really see it there. But nevertheless, this is a 15-yard walk-off. All the way back to their own 34. First and 37.
So now, if I'm Lockport, though, I run the same play. I do it again.
Christensen out of the gun. 3 wideouts. Christensen with the time across the middle. Pass to Cadlick is complete at the 49. And that's where he will get wrapped up. A 14-yard reception. It'll bring up second down and about 23.
Well, I am so happy he didn't get hurt. Watch the tackle at the end of this. I thought his knee bent. Great time. His Catholic running right there. Now, when he goes down, his knees really bend. And I thought he was going to be hurt. Thank goodness he jumped right back up. A guy like me, I'm still down. A young man like that, he bounces right back up.
Again, out of the gun here for the Porters. 3rd and long from their own 49. Christensen going deep. Oh, just through his hands. May have been tipped.
I really thought that was the flag.
Zach Lammers was the intended receiver. Dan Ebel was there on the coverage. No flag, and the Porters will punt.
But there was contact, so evidently the official was saying incidental contact, because there was definitely contact, and you see the Lockport bench going crazy. They're going nuts over there.
Christensen will step back here now, but you never know with him and the special teams coach for Lockport, Jim Hall. If you remember, Kenny, early on in that Naperville Central game, Lockport had that onside kick.
Right. Now, let's say if you could pick up the contact. Here's the ball in the air. I thought there was some contact right there. It looked like he stumbled over his foot. So maybe the officials are just saying the feet got tangled up.
Yeah, a little incidental contact,
right, incidental
perhaps.
Contact there. It was Ryan Bush, I think, 28, right?
Sideline warning, Kenny. We're seeing a lot of this in the playoffs against Lockport.
Got to get back. Get the get back guy.
That's it.
Get back guy. Get back.
Dwyer is back deep for the Crusaders. 7:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Do you really need to drop a flag to tell the guy to get back?
I don't really think so. Just a little verbal warning is fine.
Well, look at all the fans on the Lockport side.
Yeah.
They're on the field.
They're estimating close to 9,000 on hand here for the semifinal. Dwyer. No return for Dwyer, and Brother Rice will take over here 1st and 10. 7:44 remaining here this 3rd quarter. A 30-yard punt by Christensen.
That Downers Grove South education really comes in handy, huh? Hey, you're not the guy from Downers Grove South they call the
you're not
State Association now.
You're not going to go there, are you?
Well, I mean, this is an outstanding athletic association here at Brother Rice, and for them to call instead of the problem and jeopardize this game being here, I thought it was uncalled for.
1st and 10, Crusaders from their own 23.
Sore loser.
Offside. Nicholson, oh yeah, there's the flag. 5-yard walk-off against the Crusaders. It'll be 1st and 15.
But looks like Chris jumped off sides. Here it is again, here, right side, right there. Did Chris
Zielinski?
Yep. And when you're big as Chris is, he's listed at 260. He's kind of hard to miss when he jumps. Chris, we saw you.
1st and 15 now from their own 19. Nicholson under center here. Looking to his right. Oh, in comes tip. Ebel, the intended receiver.
Yeah, I think that looked like that was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I think that was tipped by Adam McCloskey. I think he jumped up and tipped that.
Second 15. Take another look
Let's
at
see
it
if
here.
he tips it. When he goes back, watch 56. When he jumps right there, it looked like he tipped, like he may have tipped it. 'Cause the way the ball changed directions. Well, hi there, young fella.
2 receivers to the top and bottom of your screen. Second and 15 for Nicholson. Quick drop again to Ebel out the flat to the far side, and Ebel dives close to the 30, but he's going to be short of the 30 at about the 29. About a 10-yard pickup.
Boy, nothing's fancy, just a quick step drop. You got to try to pick him up a little bit at a time. Here it is. That's a 2-step. That's not even a 3-step drop. But what a nice individual effort to get a couple of yards by Dan Ebel.
It's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 5 now for the Crusaders at their own 29. Coming up on the 7-minute mark of this 3rd quarter. 28-14 to Lockport. Nicholson back. Nicholson across the middle, intended for Ryan, nearly picked off by Legiglia. It was tipped.
It was tipped again.
4th down.
I think that was Ryan Coons with the tip. They do a wonderful job, Lockport, putting their hands up. Here's the pass, and right there is tipped by Coons. Brother Rice, 1 of 4 passing this half.
So McEldowney will come in to punt. Brady is back for the Porters. McEldowney with a wind and a pretty decent punt. Sends Brady back, he fumbles it at the 28. Loose ball.
Got it. No signal. Lockport Brady comes up with the ball.
Wow, yes he did. Brady came up with it.
Boy, see, a line drive is probably real difficult to catch a football. You know, they're used to it in the air, the line drive right there, and he just dropped it. He just absolutely dropped it.
43-yard punt by McEldowney. So it's 1st and 10 Porters from their own 27. Christensen and this offensive unit going back to work out of the gun. Christensen steps up, goes deep, looking for Griffin, and it's a little bit underthrown. Ebel was there along with Dwyer.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of contact, and the Lockport bench wants a flag, but that was not a catchable ball.
No.
Because it was underthrown. If that's a catchable ball, then you have a right to complain. But there was plenty of contact, but that ball was so well underthrown, the official couldn't throw it. And I say one thing about it, boy, they come out firing right off the bat, but they say that's not a catchable pass. So what did he call?
Well, apparently they're marking it off against Brother Rice. Well, they are calling pass interference, Kenny, against Brother Rice to give Lockport a 1st down.
I didn't see the flag come out.
I
didn't see the flag come out, but that's not a catchable ball.
Not at all.
Can we see that again? I mean, that's not a catchable ball. I don't see how you call interference on a ball that's not catchable because it was underthrown.
Nevertheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 Porters from their own 43.
Well, when it's your night, it's your night.
Christensen did a great job of coming down with it. Now he's just going to have to try to make something out of it. He cuts up and gets back to the original line of scrimmage at best, where he was brought down by Joe O'Connor.
When it's your night because that could have been like a 12-yard loss. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That ball goes well over his head.
Wow, look at that.
But he catches it in the air. If it goes on the ground, then he's in trouble. But he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And I think that's amazing that he gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brother Rice's head coach, Nye, said of Christensen, reminds him of a player a couple years ago here at Brother Rice, Chris Pazin, who is now at Illinois. Jake Christensen, tremendous athlete, only a junior, will be back next year. 2nd and 11, going long, Griffin, and it's incomplete. Dan Ebel was with him stride for stride. 3rd and 11.
Boy, look how well he drops back. Watch him fall back. It's just a thing of beauty, those long strides when he goes back, steps into the pocket. That's just a little bit overthrown. Boy, but he does such a wonderful job. It's a thing of beauty, poetry and motion to watch him fall back. He just takes those nice strides back.
On the sophomore level last year, he threw for over 2,500 yards. And as we mentioned this year, throwing for over 3,100 yards as a junior.
I know his dad has to be proud. Quarterback in the making right here in Christensen.
He faces 3rd and 11. To his left, O'Connor with the pressure. Throws off balance and it's incomplete. A little bit short. The diving effort there by Eric Rago, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And nice effort there by Rago too. That way you don't get the intentional grounding because he's coming back to the ball.
So Christensen will step back a couple yards and punt it away. Dwyer will be back for Brother Rice. 5:37 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Mark Kruger, Kenny McReynolds, Tom Bonnet from Joe Johnston Field here at Brother Rice. Christensen looking for the left corner. Actually, that went off the side of his foot, Kenny. So at the 44.5 yard line, Brother Rice with excellent field position.
Well, he just missed that one, didn't he? Like he missed it. See, I can't add that fast. I mean, with about a 13-yard punt.
That's it.
Here it is again. Let's see. Does he miss it? Off the side of the foot. It went off the outside of the foot.
From their own 44. We'll see if the Crusaders can put something together here. Trailing by 14, 28-14. Nicholson, quick drop, and the pass is complete to Ryan, who tries to break a tackle but cannot. A.J. Carroll, the safety, was there to bring him down.
Well, A.J. Carroll snuffed that play out coming in from the safety. That nice quick step drop. They're going to go right there for that quick step. And now it's going to be 2nd and 14 if they lose 4 yards.
5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd. Lone setback is Martin, and he gets the call. Martin up the middle running for about 7. 3rd and 7 for the Crusaders.
Nice job of opening up the holes by that offensive line of Brother Rice, and Jerry Martin just keeps his feet moving. He's so quick, and he's come so close. It seems like a breaking one wide open.
3rd and 7 here for the Crusaders from their own 47. Two wide outs to the bottom of your screen, Ryan and Dwyer, elbow to the top. Nicholson, blitz coming. Nicholson's going to step up, throws to Ryan, and it's overthrown, incomplete. Brady, or I should say Lave and Feely were both there for the Porters.
Well, they picked up the blitz and just a little bit overthrown.
Well, we seesaw back and forth, a battle of the punters here in this 3rd quarter.
Right, something we didn't think we would see.
Right.
Well, just a little bit overthrown.
McEldowney will come into punt once again for Brother Rice. Brady is back for the Porters. McEldowney with the win, pretty decent punt. Brady back at his own 8. Puts his head down and goes up the middle for about 4 yards on the return to the 12-yard line. Let's go down to Tom Bonnet. Tom.
Yeah, guys, I'm down here on the sideline with somebody who's more nervous than me about this game. Danny Novosel, number 54, was hurt about 3 games ago in the Thornton game, and your younger brother took your place.
Yeah, it's great. I've been giving him a lot of encouragement. It was tough to go down, but it's a lot better knowing that my brother stepped in for me. So.
Dislocated knee. Is there any chance you might be able to play the rest of the season?
You know what? I don't know. It's pretty weak right now. I'm able to walk on it, but if you get down there, I hope I can suit up. Maybe get in a couple plays.
Thanks for coming to us. Back up to you guys.
All right, Tom. Thank you very much. 1st and 10 Porters from their own 12. Christensen, and coming back to the ball nicely with the reception is number 88, Eric Rago. First down.
That's a very nice catch by Rago. He came back to the ball. And Christensen is a left-handed quarterback running to the right. So that's not an easy pass for him to make. Watch Christensen running to the right. You know, he's a left-handed quarterback, so he has to throw across the body. But watch Rago come back and slide to the ball.
Lockport Porters out of the Sika Blue Conference. First and 10 from their own 27. Christensen to throw again. Going
not,
deep, firing it for Zach Lammers, and it is incomplete.
It looked like Lambert stopped running.
Ebel was there on the coverage.
Ebel was with him stride for stride, but it looked like he stopped running. Going down the sideline. He's going down the sideline. Let's see if he stops running. Boy, what a beautiful spiral. I thought he could have came in.
Look at the end of this play here. Jake Christensen gets smashed.
Oh,
man.
Boy, took a shot.
It was at 87. That was Mike Pepper.
Mike Peppers. Little pepper spray there, huh?
There you go. Second and 10. Randy Griffin goes in motion. Christensen looking to the left. Oh, the receiver, Kevin, fell down.
Yeah, you know, it's been raining. It rained earlier, and Calic just fell down. Christensen now 13 out of 24 for 257 yards.
Dave O'Keefe Kicker was there on the coverage for Brother Rice. Third and 10 from their own 27.
Not much to cheer about in the third quarter on either side. And this huge crowd has really been quiet. Maybe the quietest 9,000 people I've ever seen. But they had a lot to cheer about early. But kind of quiet in the third quarter.
Third and 10. See if they get behind their defense here. Big play for Christensen and the Porters. Third and 10 across the middle. Rago, the intended receiver. Oh my, what a hit.
That's Todd
Dwyer. Yeah, Todd Dwyer. Dwyer comes up a little bit slow after the hit. Man.
What a nice hit. What a beautifully thrown ball, though.
And a well-timed hit, too, Dwyer.
Well-timed hit, well-thrown ball. Right there, now that looks like a completion, but what a nice hit there by Tom Ryan and Tom Dwyer.
Yeah, Ryan and Dwyer combined. It was more so Ryan than Dwyer.
Nice timing on it.
So to punt it away, Christensen again. Here's Dwyer from his own 42. Gets across midfield, still going to the far side, and finally wrapped up from behind at the 42-yard line of the Lockport Porters, where he was brought down by Ryan Kuntz.
Ryan Kuntz grabbed him by the ankle because it looked like he was going to go a few more yards. Kuntz with the big open field tackle.
3 minutes and 9 seconds to go. You see at the time of the quarter.
Boy, I tell you, this is a nice punt return right here because he goes right through the seams right there and gets a block and goes right through the seams. Boy, he had a lot of room in front of him, and Kuntz grabbed him from behind.
So first and 10 for the 41, and flags are thrown as the Porter defense is pointing at the right offensive line of the Crusaders.
So this is the best field position Brother Rice has had to start the entire night, huh?
Well, even though the 5-yard penalty brings them back to the 46, this is the best field position to start for Brother Rice. See if they can capitalize on it here. This third quarter, as I mentioned, has been a battle of the punters. First and 15. Nicholson. Quick drop, looking to his left. Looking for Dwyer. He goes off, and what a catch! Did he come down with it? Tom Dwyer just made the extension, and he came down with it.
That may be the catch of the year.
Wow.
There was no way he makes that catch. Here it is again.
Unreal.
That is no way he makes that catch. But watch how he just reaches out to his outside shoulder and brings it back.
29 yards.
What a catch.
From Nicholson to Dwyer. Second man through is Martin.
Stumble.
Wow, and the Crusaders offense is, well, they're woken up here. 2:40 to go, third quarter.
Boy, I tell you, his feet are so quick. He just stumbled because if he doesn't stumble, that's a touchdown for Jerry Martin.
Second and 5 from the 8. Martin again off to the right side. Oh, but LaGiglia was there. What a collision. Met head on.
Boy, I tell you, the 6'2", 235 linebacker, LaGiglia smelled that one coming, and he just wrapped Jerry Martin up right by the numbers. Here it is again. Look at LaGiglia. Sidesteps the offensive lineman and just wraps him right up.
That is a huge hit by LaGiglia. It's third and 5. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Nicholson, he's got his receiver. Pass is complete to number 25, Jim Buckley. Yeah, but he's going to be short. Adam Lave was there with the tackle.
How short will he be?
Well, it's fourth and about a yard to go.
I think you go for it.
It's fourth and a yard at the 6.
It's a chip shot for a field goal.
Dan Nicholson, the MVP of the Catholic Blue Conference. Nicholson has completed over 61% of his passes on the season. Fourth and a yard. Martin, the ball carrier, he will not get there. A.J. Carroll came up along with Brandon Feely, the two safeties, to snuff it out.
What a defensive call. A.J. Carroll, we've said his name a couple of times tonight, comes up from his safety position, and watch him on a safety blitz right there, to the right of your screen, comes in and wraps up Jerry Martin. Safety blitz, and Martin loses yardage, but I still think you had to go for it in that situation.
Yep.
You had the momentum. You had to show your offensive linemen, your offensive guys, we have faith in you. We can win this game. You had to go for it.
Actually, it was Carroll and number 9, Ryan Kuntz, that combined on the stop. So the Porters with the ball back. Christensen goes back to work, and he will get sacked.
Boy,
back at the 1. Scott Hayden, it looked like, number 51 with the sack.
It wasn't quite into the end zone, but Hayden came out of nowhere. Let's see if we can pick up Hayden. Here's Christensen back at the end zone, and here comes Hayden. And boy, I tell you, wraps him up. Is not into the end zone, but he's at the 1 yard line.
He sure is. 33 seconds to go in the quarter.
They're going to blitz.
And you got a feeling the Crusaders are going to come after Christensen.
I think you blitz now.
Oh, you come after him.
But you better pick it up.
Out of the gun, here they come. Christensen does a nice job of stepping up and gaining about a yard. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And Kenny, what's important about that is they'll switch sides now for the fourth quarter. The Porters will have the wind to their back.
Porters have the win, and Christensen is very dangerous with this strong wind at his back.
So that ends the third quarter here at Brother Rice. The Lockport Porters are 12 minutes away from getting back to the 8A title game. They lead the Crusaders 28-14, and we'll be back in a moment.
You're watching the Comcast Network. Turn to us first.
It's a 2-day holiday, everybody party, get the rhythm down so that we can get started. It's a 2-day holiday, everybody party, get the rhythm down so that we can get started.
Welcome back to Brother Rice. Mark Kruger, Kenny McReynolds, and Tom Bonin as we begin fourth quarter action. The Porters on top 28-14. They're pinned deep in their own territory though. 3rd and 19 for Christensen. From his own goal line. Throws it up, it's tipped, and it's incomplete. Randy Griffin, the 6'4 receiver, the intended receiver.
Well, you put it up high for the tallest guy on the field. Christensen is now 13 out of 25 for 257. Nicholson, 13 out of 22 for 175 yards. And Tommy Dwyer has caught 3 passes for 56 yards. But this is a good call. He's in his own end zone. You just put it up for the tallest guy on the field. But he just put it up a little bit too high. And Griffin just could not bring it down.
Well, this is a huge play right here, Kenny. Christensen's back feet, right on the goal line, right at the back end line.
Hey, did he run out of bounds, take the safety to give him more room to punt it?
Well, instead, he does a nice job.
Nice.
Dwyer is going to pick it up. Oh, and he kicks it. and it goes out. He bounds at their own 40.
He kicked it 15 yards backwards.
Wow.
Hey, now there's going to be a holding call.
A 56-yard punt by Christensen, but a
It's
flag
gonna be a
back at
hold.
the line of scrimmage. Hold everything. Literally. It is a hold against the Borders.
So it's a safety.
And a safety.
Yeah, because you can't hold in the end zone.
There you go.
You cannot hold in the end zone, so it's a safety.
Wow.
Remember I said, well, if you're going to get the safety, you might well run out of bounds and get the safety, then have a free kick.
There you go.
Remember I said, do you run out of bounds and just get the free kick? They get the safety anyway.
So now Brother Rice gets the 2 points. It's 28-16. Lockport's going to have to kick. Brother Rice will get the ball.
Ball back. Well, see, you got to listen to me. If I say you're going to get the safety, do it the conventional way.
Wow.
But yeah, you cannot hold. Let's see if you can pick it up in the end zone.
Tell Andy I can explain.
You can't hold in the end zone. We couldn't pick it up.
Let's go down to Tom Bonnet. Tom, what have you got?
Yeah, guys, just a further explanation on the last play. It was Danny Ebel who came through the slot, and the backfield tried to pick him up, and the hold was called on the kick, so it'll be a safety, and Brother Rice Crusaders will get the ball.
So, like that, so it's going to be a safety.
So now Lockport will have a free kick. Brother Rice should have very good field position here.
Now, if they can take advantage of this, it could be an exciting 11 minutes and 46 seconds.
Kenny Joe Gibson and Dan Ebel are back for Brother Rice. And the Porters with the free kick. Christensen will punt it. With the win, Ebel from his own 28, across the 30, 35, 40, midfield, and brought down at the 45-yard line of Lockport. A nice return by Dan Ebel, and Brother Rice with excellent field position here. 11:37 remaining.
I just love the way he holds that ball. He holds that ball like he's got a loaf of bread in his hand, and that gets his speed up. You see, he drops the ball right there. Then he decides to pick it up, gets the block, and gets the wedge right there. That's just out speed. That's just flat out doggone good speed as he outruns 3 Lockport Porters.
27-yard return for Ebel. And for Dan Nicholson and the Crusaders, 1st and 10 from the 45 of Lockport. Trailing by 12, 28-16. Nicholson going to the air, flags are thrown. Nicholson is going to complete the play as he throws incomplete. Intended for Ryan, heavy pressure put on from behind by Eric Sternberg.
You may have a hold against Brother Rice.
I think you're right.
Illegal procedure, Brother Rice.
5-yard walk-off. It looked like there was some indecision on Nicholson as to whether or not to finish the play in that.
Exactly.
So the 5-yard walk-off, Kenny, it's going to be 1st and 15. And right at midfield.
Yeah, but Brother Rice still in pretty good field position.
Nicholson comes in with the play. Dan Ebel in there as well for Coach Steve Nye and the Brother Rice Crusaders. 11-1 on the year coming into this game. 1st and 15, Nicholson rolling, now steps up, looking deep for Dwyer. Oh, and it's nearly picked off that time. Dwyer, the intended receiver, Rob Weber, was right there.
Yeah, Dwyer running for the post, but the ball goes to an outside shoulder. And the offensive line, again, doing a wonderful job as he steps up into the pocket. You see, it's not catchable. It goes to an outside shoulder as Nicholson goes for the bomb. And I tell you what, he wants to get, he knows he needs points, so he's going for the bomb early because they need to score and get the ball back and score again.
11:23 to go here, the 4th quarter. 2nd and 15 from midfield. The draw to Martin. And Martin will get about 4 on the second effort as he gets to the 46 of Lockport. 3rd and 11.
They've done a pretty good job of keeping Jerry Martin under wraps, I think. He had the one run, he got about 7 yards, but basically they've done a really good job of keeping him under control.
28-16, the Lockport Porters on top. The winner to face the Maine South Hawks in the Class 8A title game next week in Champaign.
Martin, 45 yards on 16 carries.
3rd and 11 from the 46 of Lockport. Nicholson now under pressure, gets it off. The pass is complete to Ryan, but it's well short of the first down at the 38.
Boy, Nicholson took a pop too as soon as he let that ball go.
Sure did. 4 yards short of the first down.
Short of the first down. As he comes right to the right side, he takes a pop. Ryan comes up, slides in, catches the ball, but well short of the first down.
Well, Kenny, 10:09 and counting here in the fourth quarter. And you've got your punter in there, Dan McEldowney.
10:09, a lot of time remaining, but you need a good defensive stop.
Pat Harrigan is the up man. That they give it to him, they reverse it. Oh, he's gonna be short. Jim Buckley got the ball from Pat Harrigan, the up man. But I believe it's gonna be awful close, Kenny.
Wow. It's gonna be a big call.
Oh no, they're not even gonna come out and measure. They're giving it to Lockport. I was thinking they may fake it. And they gave it to the up back, Harrigan, who handed it off to Buckley, but he came up short. Good effort.
A great effort. I think you have to try everything now. You have nothing to lose. 10 minutes in your season remaining, or either you go downstate.
So now Jake Christensen and the Lockport Porters looking for more points. Cadlick in motion. The pitch now is to Brady. And Brady with a brilliant open field tackle there by Brother Rice.
Boy, you talk about team pursuit. They did a wonderful job of pursuing Brady right there. And the best thing about it, they kept him in bounds.
Tony Serio was there, number 40, with the brilliant open field tackle.
Boy, that's great pursuit.
Well, actually, pardon me, Ken, that was 67 it looked like, huh?
He stays in bounds, which is good if you're Lockport because they want that clock to continue.
It's Tom Kelly. 2nd and 12, the 2-yard loss. Back at the 33 for Lockport.
Under center, too.
Christensen, and the pass complete to Randy Griffin, who caught the ball on his knees for a gain of 3.
Catching it on his knees, boy, I tell you, that's what you call good concentration. When you go down like that, and you can still come away with the football. Concentration.
Bring up 3rd and 7.
I think a pretty good chance this one may go in the air at 3rd and 7. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How did we get out of here?
I don't know, man.
With all these people.
It may be a long night. 3rd and 7. Christensen steps back. And now the give is to Lammers with the reception, but a nice tackle by Jack McGrail. Lockport is going to have to punt here.
And the defense did a wonderful job for Brother Rice. And they have not given up any points so far in the second half. Like last week, they didn't give up any points, and they've only given up an average of 8 points per contest.
They forced a couple turnovers last week against the Red Devils, although they haven't forced turnovers in the second half tonight against the Porters. Christensen to punt. Dwyer from his own 21. And he'll return it about a couple yards, say to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Crusaders will take over here. 1st and 10, 38-yard punt by Christensen. 7:47 remaining. Take a look at the Catholic Blues standings there. You see Brother Rice and St. Rita. St. Rita also playing tonight in the Class 6A.
Second half.
Against Bloomington.
Well, look at the second half for Lockport. Punt, 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 safety, punt.
Wow. Dan Nicholson and the Crusaders trying to get going here. Dwyer with the reception to the far side.
What
Makes
a block.
a move and gains about 6 after the catch.
What a block by Tom Ryan on the screen, though. That is a nice block. Now watch number 3, Tom Ryan. You go back, here's his pass. Watch the block right there. What a nice block by Ryan to open it up on A.J. Carroll.
You mentioned St. Rita. I guess we have a halftime score. Bloomington leading St. Rita 14-0 at halftime of that 6A semifinal game. 2nd and 4 here. Dwyer, same play to the near side here. Dwyer makes the move after the catch, picks up a first down, and gets out of bounds at the 47.
Same play, just come to the near side, you get the same block.
17-yard reception, they'll move the chains.
I tell you, 2-step, swing it, you put the other wide receiver Ryan out for the block, he takes the linebacker out, and what a wonderful job of picking up the first down.
Nothing fancy, but very effective.
Right, we have an injury.
Well, now both teams are going to their respective sidelines.
Yeah,
so
I can't see who the injured player is. Right in front of the Brother Rice bench.
Take a look at the Sitka Blue. You see Homewood Flossmoor and Lincoln Way East with the conference co-champions at 6-1. Lockport right there at 5-2 along with Lincoln Way Central and the rest of the Sitka Blue. Brother Rice and St. Rita, just talking about those two teams. Remember last year, Kenny, in 6 overtimes, St. Rita beating Brother Rice 51-48. Remember that one?
Yeah, my brother loved it. He's an alum of St. Rita.
The Mustangs, though, look to be trailing against Bloomington in their 6A semifinal matchup.
Can't see the number. We're blocked out by the Brother Rice bench on our side.
He's down right around midfield there. 7:04 remaining in the ball game. 28-16 in favor of the Lockport Porters.
Both quarterbacks have thrown for over 200 yards. Christensen 263 and Nicholson 201.
Brother Rice averaging over 25 points per game.
There's a good look at the overflow crowd, and I'm just so happy that this game was played here. There was talk that it wouldn't be played here, as somebody from Downers Grove South complained. They thought they were having alcohol in the Mother McCauley parking lot and called the Illinois State High School Association. They investigated it, and Brother Rice said, we can control it. We want our home game, and I tell you what, they do a fine job with security here at Brother Rice.
Let me ask you, Kenny, you were at this ball game last year, the semifinal, Lockport and Hinsdale Central. Compare for me, if you will, this year's Lockport team to that state title team last year.
I tell you what, the quarterback Walker was absolutely wonderful. He did that nice drop back. The wide receivers were beautiful, but I tell you what, they look basically about the same to me, really. And
let's go to Tom Bonnet down the field, Kenny. Tom, what have you got?
Yeah, guys, along the sidelines, it's number 4, Tommy Dwyer, got hurt on that play. He got the wind knocked out of him. I think he's going to be okay. Medical staff is just taking their time with this timeout to look at him, observe him, but it looks like it was just the wind knocked out of him.
That he'll be okay. Because we're blocked out. We couldn't see. Dwyer has 5 receptions tonight for 75 yards. And, you know, it's really difficult. Oh, look left, okay. It's really difficult to try to breathe after you get that wind knocked out of you, because the one thing you want to do is make sure you don't panic. So they're probably telling me, calm down, try to catch your breath. When you get the wind knocked out of you, you can't breathe.
Add to the fact, Kenny, that he's been under the weather all week long from what they tell me, so that doesn't help things at all.
And now he's up. Tom said it was just the wind knocked out of him, and that could be a scary feeling, because you think you're dying because you can't catch your breath.
Well, I'll tell you, Kenny, if anybody coming back, it'll be Tom Dwyer. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, been under the weather the entire week. Comes in today, 5 receptions, 75 yards. Walking a little gingerly.
Yeah, now we can see here. And he's going to sit on the bench, hopefully, and get his win back. Back to action here for Brother Rice. The Crusaders, 1st and 10 from their own 47. We'll see if the offense can regroup here. The give. Kuntz. To bring down Martin, no gain.
Boy, what a game Ryan Kuntz has had.
He really has, Kenny. That outside linebacking position.
Boy, what a great job of stunning and just sidestepping around the offensive lineman. He was right, he's in the backfield almost as soon as Martin gets the ball.
Kenny, Brother Rice needs 2 scores. Clock starting to become a factor. 6.5 minutes remaining. Second and call it 9 from their own 47. Nicholson drops back. Has time, thought about it, now he's going to run. And he gets hit hard right at midfield for a gain of 3, but he paid the price.
Well, he really took a shot, but he bounced right back up. Well, only 3 first downs this entire half. 2 for Lockport, 1 for Brother Rice. Now you see Nicholson decides he's got to take it off, but watch this pop. Oh, that's LaGiglia?
Yeah, LaGiglia at the end. Charles Smith wrapped him up initially up top. It'll bring up now Kenny 3rd and 7 from midfield. Crusaders desperately need a first down here. 5:42 remaining. Nicholson has time, looking, now throws, and the pass is complete to, incomplete. Officials coming up and saying no. It would have been enough for a first down. 4th and 7.
Dan Elby, they say it's incomplete. Here it is. Let's see if we can pick it up. Come in here now, right into your living room.
Wow, that's
close.
That's awful tough.
Yeah, I really, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell.
No.
But it doesn't make a difference because the official said it's incomplete.
That's it. Well, here you go. 4th and 7. Brother Rice.
This could be the ball game.
Yeah. From midfield, 4th and 7. Nicholson. Now throws.
Wide open.
Oh, Ryan missed it.
He had it.
He flat out dropped it. LaGiglia was right behind him.
Oh, he had it for the first down.
Tom Ryan in and out of his hand.
Ryan, here it is again. Tom Ryan. Here's the scramble. Ryan right here catches that ball. Nope, dropped it. He heard the footsteps of LaGiglia and tried to run before he caught the ball.
Wow. So now the Porters with the ball at midfield.
Well, see, most teams would just try to hand the ball off, grind it out, but not this team.
Not these guys, no. At least I don't think.
Well, look at that for Brother Rice, huh? Punt.
Brady, the lone setback, and Brady goes nowhere, right back to the line of scrimmage. Let's go down to Tom Bonner with an update. Tom.
Yeah, guys, an update on Dwyer. It looks like he's got a cracked rib. He did lose his wind on the play, but it looks like he's got a couple cracked ribs on the right side. Doubtful he'll be back into the lineup, either offensively or defensively.
The ribs, that's a good way not to be able to catch your breath.
Wow, that's a tough way to possibly end your high school career.
A couple of cracked ribs.
Man.
Boy.
So it's 2nd and 10 for the Porters from midfield. Lammers and Rigo to the bottom of your screen. Christensen once more. Lammers and incomplete. Ryan was right there. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. 4 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the ball game.
See, most teams would just try to grind it out and run the clock, but this team, every time they hit the field, they want more points. They want more points every time they hit the field. You would think they would hand it off, get 2 here, 3 here, maybe try to get 3 here for a first down and do it again. But they like to air it out.
3rd and 10 Lockport. Christensen under center. Steps back. Looking deep.
Oh, that's 6 and he catches it.
Griffin. And again, it was Tom Ryan on the coverage, and Randy slaps the ground.
Well, he turned the wrong way, then he tried to recover and come back. Christensen's passed for 263 yards tonight. Boy, but see, watch Griffin. He turns the wrong way, then he tries to recover. If he was looking the right way all the way, that's an easy 6 points. And he knows he turned the wrong way as he slams his hand to the ground, because that really should have been 6 points.
Christensen on 4th down now will punt. Gibson is back. for Brother Rice. And Gibson will let this one roll into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. 1st and 10 Crusaders from their own 20. 4:27 to go.
Brother Rice needs 2 scores in a hurry now.
Now the Lockport Porters, Kenny, this is the first boys team in any sport at Lockport to reach the state semis 2 straight years, and they're 4:27 away from reaching the state title game 2 straight years in a row.
See, one thing about this last drive, the last possession by Lockport, they only ran 57 seconds off the clock going for the bomb.
Yeah.
Like I say, most teams just hand it off, try to grind it out.
Nicholson handing it off to Martin, who gets tripped up. A.J. Carroll was right there to make sure he didn't go any further, but minimal gain, second, call it 9.
But Carroll and Mikowski have been all over them tonight. Those two, we have said their names quite a bit.
Yep. So they're going to spot it right at the 20, Kenny, so no gains, 2nd and 10. Under 4 minutes, clock continues to run.
I think just the reverse now with Brother Rice, because they need 2 quick scores, they may have to air it out. Where you would think Lockport would grind it out.
2nd and 10. Nicholson looking for the quick hit. Now coming here to the near side, throwing.
He came back.
And it is complete to Tom Ryan. Steps out of bounds, stops the clock, 3:39.
Didn't pick up much.
No, it's at the 27.
Yeah, it's going to be short if they run around. Ryan was at the first down marker and he came back to the ball. So now it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Obvious passing situation again here for Nicholson and the Crusaders. Out of the gun. Nicholson, Ebel, bobbled it, dropped it, incomplete. A.J. Carroll was there defensively for the Porters.
2-step drop, and he was still 5 yards short of where you need to be for the first down.
Well, 4th and 7 here now for Brother Rice. And no question, the game on the line right now here for the Crusaders.
17 out of 30 for Nicholson, 204 yards.
Jerry Martin, the lone setback here for Nicholson. 4th and 7. Throws. Oh, the pass is nearly picked off by A.J. Carroll.
A.J. Carroll.
Boy, he's been the man here in the 4th quarter.
He has been dominating defensively in the 4th quarter. A.J. Carroll has been all over the field tonight. Now, this is what they needed to do. They needed to pass for a first down, and watch Carroll just dive right into your screen right there, coming from the weak side, as that ball was intended for McGinnis, and McGinnis had enough for a first down. But A.J. Carroll, we've said his name so many times tonight, right there to break it up, as this big crowd now is filing out of Brother Rice.
Ball at the 23.
Do you grind it out or do they throw it?
Knowing these guys, they're gonna throw.
They're gonna throw it. He's in a shotgun.
They fake the draw. Christensen to his right, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Cadlick looking for a flag on Ryan, but he's not going to get it.
Not going to get it.
2nd and 10. 3:24 remaining. I'd like to take this opportunity, Kenny, to thank the 2 athletic directors, Lockport's Kent Irvin and the athletic director here at Brother Rice, Phil Cahill, for their wonderful hospitality here tonight and all their help during the week. As our final broadcast of this football season, Comcast, of course, will hand the ball off to our friends over at WYCC, who will bring you the state title games next week.
Well, it's been a great season. We've had a lot of fun.
2nd and 10. Christensen from the Brother Rice 23. Christensen looking to the right side. Oh, no.
Would have been a great catch by Rago as he jumped up and reached back over the defender.
Joe Gibson was there, the sophomore, 6 foot, 170 pounder.
Watch Rago as he reaches back over Gibson, but he just couldn't hold on to the ball.
3rd and 10. Boy, it's fun to watch this Porter team.
They like to score.
Think they'd run the clock out? Forget it.
Man, they're coming to score.
That's it.
Mike, we may or or may not do more than
Averaging about 33 points per
Four
game.
straight incompletions for Christensen.
Okay. 28-16. Porters. 3rd and 10. Hand the ball off to Brady. Brady will get about 3. Scott Hayden was there to wrap him up. Get about 4 to the 19.
So do you kick a field goal now?
Well, why not? You sure got the man to do it. Matt Ludwig, he has 12 of 12 in field goal attempts.
And not to mention you have the wind at your back.
He had 2 field goals last week against Wheaton Warrenville South. His longest is 45.
This one is going to be what?
About a 42-yard field goal attempt, I believe. He's got the wind with his back. Oh, it is blocked.
First time he missed all year. But they get a touchdown. They blocked the ball and it went forward and it went to the end zone and Lockport falls on it for a touchdown.
George Cadlick fell on the ball in the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown.
But it can't be. They're the ones that pass the line of scrimmage. It can't be a touchdown, can it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it would be on the line of scrimmage. It can't have a touchdown, can it? The officials say no touchdown.
Yeah, they're gonna obviously correct that.
Yeah, you said touchdown because the officials said touchdown.
I don't think he can advance it after that.
I don't think he can advance it. The blocking team that blocks it can.
Right.
Then the ball go back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, now the Porters are saying touchdown. No touchdown, Brother Rice ball.
Yeah. Here's a replay. Now you'll see the block.
First, Ebel had the block up top. Or no, couldn't tell.
Couldn't tell. But see now, you just pick it up. You can't have a touchdown. Lockport falls in the end zone, but you got to go back to the original line of scrimmage, right? But no, they're gonna. Yeah. The ball's at the 3. Chuck Mantho with the block.
Mantha, yeah.
Mantha, and that Brother Rice wants a timeout.
Brother Rice wants a timeout here. 2:33 remaining. It's 1st and 10. Brother Rice from their own 3-yard line.
That's a blocked field goal.
Take this opportunity to tell you tonight's game produced and directed by Andy Zielkowski, our technical director Ken Masters, Joanne Bauer on audio, our tape replay operator Vince Vericello, Maggie Crow on graphics, our camera operators Gary McGowan, Steve Anton, Lee Denham, Jen Howard, Scott Campbell, our parabolic mic operator. Tonight's game engineered by Don Smith, our statistician Steve Moga, Tom Bonin, Kenny McReynolds, and Mark Kruger coming to you from Brother Rice.
And I bet Tom's got an explanation. Tom?
Yeah, Kenny, just to give you a fill-in down here, apparently the Brother Rice Crusaders are saying that on a blocked field goal, the ball should go to the line of scrimmage where they took the original kick from. The referees seem to be very confused about this play. It's not a usual play, and they're trying to sort it out right now. I've got a feeling the ball will move back to the original 20-yard line.
I think you're right.
I think you're right. That's what we talked about. The ball should go back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I think the ball should go back to the line of scrimmage on a blocked field goal. Why is the ball at the 2-yard line?
That's where Cadlick picked it up.
That's where he picked it up, but on a blocked field goal,
it's a mute point.
The blocking team should get it at the line of scrimmage.
Right. Yeah, the Crusaders, they should have the ball a little further downfield rather than at their own 2. Nicholson going deep across the middle, and it's nearly picked off by Adam Lave. Jack McGrail, the intended receiver, second down.
Yeah, Lave with just a little hand on it and misdirected. The grave was right there. But that little hand on it misdirected the ball, changed the direction of the ball.
So the Lockport Porters, if they can hold on, will take on Maine South in the 8A title game, but there's still 2:28 remaining.
Plenty of time.
Brother Rice with a big hill to climb, however. Nicholson from his own goal line. Oh, a diving effort, but it's incomplete.
Nicholson's pass is intended for number 80.
Intended receiver there, number 80, Matt McGinnis.
I thought he had it for a second there, but I think when he hit the ground, he couldn't hold on to it. I think he couldn't hold on once he hit the ground. Boy, this big crowd now is really, really quiet.
3rd and 10 here for Brother Rice. 4 wide receivers for Dan Nicholson and the Crusaders. Out of his own goal line now, forced out to his
Dropped
right.
the ball.
And he's
going to be a safety.
Yeah, he smothered it. Nicholson came up with it in the end zone. It's going to be a safety.
He came up with it out of the end zone. He dropped the ball and it went out of bounds. He went out of the end zone.
So 2 points for the Porters.
You get the safety back.
There you go. Here's another look.
Now Nicholson's running around in the end zone, trying to make something happen. And see, he'll drop the ball right there.
Yeah.
And see, the ball goes out of the end zone for a safety for Lockport.
Scott Bama-Tuick was there on the pressure, number 58.
Well, we know this, on a safety, it's a free kick. No confusion there.
Right. So for the Porters, with the 2 points, lead now 30-16. And the Brother Rice faithful are heading for the exits.
What a season Brother Rice had.
I don't know. I didn't
Did
come
they have
here
a great
when they
year
laid
or
the
what?
table. I was doing the
Kenny, they are going to
I
be
should get
back
them in-
too. There's no question about that. Steve Nye in his 5th year as head coach of Brother Rice. What a job they have done.
They had one incredible season.
You're going to lose Dwyer and Nicholson, your 2 main guys, but Jerry Martin as well, also a senior, and Jack McGrail.
Well, look at Nicholson, 136 yards passing in the first half, only 58 yards passing in the second half.
2:16 remaining. Brother Rice will, on the free kick, take the punt. And a fair catch by Brady at his own 42.
And it's starting to rain again. 2 minutes to go. Actually, 2:16.
30-16 in favor of the Lockport Porters.
Christensen, our player of the game, has had some kind of night.
No question, not only night, but year, Kenny.
Well, I'll tell you what, Christensen may be our player of the game, but a close second to me is A.J. Carroll.
He had a great game.
I mean, he's just strong safety, but he might as well be a linebacker as much as he blitzed and was just all over the field.
1st and 10, Christensen from his own 43. Handing it off to Brady. Brady has some room across midfield. 1st down, look at the speed as he cuts to the outside. He's looking for the end zone. Brady could go all the way. A diving effort at the goal line, and he is in. 57 yards. Oh, for Dan Brady, and Kenny McReynolds is getting his vocal cords ready.
What Brady thing.
Oh.
I tell you, we talked about this team likes the big play. They usually try to do it throwing. Here's a 57-yard run by Brady. They hand the ball off. Look like they want to run the clock out. And their offensive line does such a great job. And Brady got to the outside, and there was just no stopping him.
That's it. After he cut to the outside, after the initial surge, he was off. You saw the speed. Ludwig's extra point is good. So Dan Brady, who went over 100 yards last week against Wheaton Warrenville South, comes up with a 57-yard touchdown run to ice it for the Lockport Porters, who lead 37-16.
But isn't it something? Now, when you thought they would run the ball and run the clock out, they try to throw it. Now they say, okay, we're running the clock out, and Brady gets to that outside. There was just no stopping him. Look how quick he is. Once he gets to the outside, right here, he goes through the same great blocking. Once he gets to the outside, there's just no stopping him. You're not going to catch him. And he decides, hey, I'll dive to make sure I get in as he feels the pressure coming. 57 yards for Brady for his 2nd touchdown of the night. It's a story of a man named Brady who came to Brother Rice.
Oh, no. Keep going.
To get a championship, to go to Champaign.
There you go.
And take a quarterback named Christensen with them.
How about Brett Coy? What a job he has done at Lockport in his 10th year, going back to the title game. Ludwig to kick off here with just over 2 minutes to go. A little pooch kick, and it's fumbled by the Crusaders. Loose ball at the 35. Brother Rice, though, covered up.
Yeah, they ran into each other. They had 3 guys right there, and all 3 of them ran into each other. And little, I got it, you take it.
So Brother Rice, who came into this game with an 11-1 mark, its only loss coming in week 9 to St. Rita. They lost that game 30-0. They will now finish this wonderful season 11-2.
I tell you what, watching Brother Rice, and we've seen them a couple of times this season, I am amazed that this great defense gave up 37 points.
Yeah.
That says a lot about Lockport's offense.
Absolutely. That was the big key. This highly potent offense of Lockport against a stingy Brother Rice defense. And I think the Lockport offense answered a lot of questions tonight.
Well, you talk about the offense, Christensen, 263 yards and 2 touchdowns passing and 1 rushing. So 15 out of 31, 263, 2 touchdowns passing and 1 rushing for Christensen.
Not a bad night at the office.
Night at the office.
Incomplete pass by Nicholson, 2nd and 10. Minute 55 to go in this semifinal matchup.
And Dan Nicholson gets to come out. The crowd giving a nice round of applause.
And this is a great move here by Steve Nye, getting some of his reserves in.
Sure. He gave the first team a chance to come off to the ovation that they deserve. They come into this game 11-1. A great year for Brother Rice. And I tell you what, they have nothing to be ashamed of.
New quarterback is Brennan O'Boyle, as the Crusaders will keep it on the ground.
You know, I'm just happy the game is here. You know, a great facility, great people here. Nothing wrong with the crowd control.
2-yard gain committed by Jim Conley, number 32.
Just not going to bite, huh?
No, I have not.
There's Nicholson. What a career he's had here at Brother Rice.
He will move on to DeKalb. Play for the Huskies of Northern Illinois. Pitch. Ryan Ensminger, 5'8", 155-pound senior, gets some action here. Picks up about 2 to the 47.
I think this is great. You know, these guys can now say, hey, we played in the semifinal game, got my uniform dirty. You know, Mark Kruger said my name on TV.
Yeah, a couple of fine junior quarterbacks next week. Sean Price of Maine South. Christensen of Lockport. Boy, oh boy, what a matchup that's going to be. Taking the ball to the far side, number 49, Kevin Birds. Kevin, a 5'10", 180-pound junior.
With those 2 quarterbacks next week in Champaign, you actually could have maybe 600-700 yards passing total. You really could.
Yep. 37 seconds to go. Ball is turned over on downs. Lockport will take a knee, Kenny, and that'll be it.
Well, I'm sure you don't have Christensen in there, do you? No.
Actually, I think he is still in there.
Still in there?
Yeah, but all he has to do is take a snap and take a knee. And I don't believe the Porters will run another play here. The Lockport Porters will now head back to the 8A title game. They will move now to 11-2. The Brother Rice Crusaders finish their season also 11-2.
All right, where's the Gatorade over there? Does those guys get the Gatorade out?
Well, look for Coach Coy. I think they want to get him.
Got to get him.
10 seconds remaining as we wind it down here. What an effort by Coach Coy and the Lockport Porters. Heading back to Champaign. Well, Kenny, before this season started, folks from around Lockport said, hey, we won the state title last year, but guess what, everybody? We think we've got a better team than last year. You lose Steve Walker, you lose Spencer Jensen. A lot of people may not have believed, but believe me, Kenny, they believe now.
Well, they believe now because you have a quarterback in Christensen that is second to none. I know the guy at Maine South is pretty good, but I tell you what, this guy is he's not too bad. And it's nice to see the Lockport fans listen to the directions when they say stay off the field. But
right.
I tell you what an effort. Who would have thought that you could score 37 points against the Brother Rice defense? This is a great defense, one of the best around. And I tell you what, it's going to be something. And let's go downstairs to Tom Bonnet.
Well, thanks, guys. I'm down here with Jay Christensen. You guys didn't have a great second half, but you had a 21-point victory.
Yeah, we really spun our wheels in the second half. You know, once again, we pressed again, and I just think we need to not put so much pressure on ourselves that already is on us. I think we just have to realize we got to bear down and focus and just relax more in the second half.
You had some big passes in the first half, but boy, your defense really held together in the second half, didn't they?
Yeah, they did a great job. They held them the whole time. I mean, we were struggling second half. You know, they came with the blitz lot. You know, it gave us a hard time for a little bit, but our defense did a great job.
Their secondary was small but sturdy.
Yeah, they're battlers, man. I tell you, number 4, I hope he's all right. And 29 and 27, they're all great. They're little guys, but they never give up. And they have a nose for the ball, and it was just a pleasure to play against them.
Well, congratulations on a big night here, and good luck to you guys in the state finals.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, Tom. Thank you very much, Jake Christensen. Congratulations on a great effort. And Kenny, it was interesting what Jake said. You know, you talk about this high potent offense. It was the Porter defense, I thought, in the second half that did a nice job.
Well, again, you know, Christensen was our player of the game, but we can't say enough about A.J. Carroll. He's a safety, but he really played like a linebacker. He was everywhere. He blitzed a lot. He stayed in the backfield of Brother Rice. A.J. Carroll and that defense did a great job. Christensen was our player of the game. Boy, but A.J. Carroll really has to be pleased with his defensive effort today.
So that's the story here from Joe Johnston Field on the campus of Brother Rice High School in Chicago. The Lockport Porters win it 37-16. So for our entire Comcast Network crew, for Tom Bonnet, Kenny McReynolds, Mark Kruger saying so long. The Lockport Porters are heading back to Champaign. 37-16 win over Brother Rice. This has been a Comcast Network Sports presentation. So long, everybody.